Yes, I believe so.
Don't scold me. I'm not in the mood to be scolded today.
So,
Some days are scolding. Today's
wait
not
till
one of them.
11:15 edition. Wait till
Right,
9:30. 9:30. That's when Tom Waddle of ESPN 1000, ESPN Chicago. He was looking pretty good for a while there. Until that tie, which they should have won, and then they lost in Cleveland, or maybe it was vice versa. But they could have been 8-0. He might have been right, but he wasn't. Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. And of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios.
Gel. Volleyball shirt today. That a babe?
NCAA tournament starts tonight.
Taking on the Fighting Leathernecks of Eastern Illinois. No, that's Western
That'll
Illinois.
be Western Illinois, Eastern Illinois. The Fighting Tony Romos tonight coming to Madison.
Sean Payton went there too. Even though he's not as good of a coach as Mike McCarthy, he gets more credit.
Jimmy G.
And from his undisclosed location, he's the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. I'm not scolding you. I'm just asking you how you are.
I'm doing great, Jason. Yeah, for volleyball, it's weird, right? Why? I guess I'm always curious. You want to draw the field house will be sold out tonight, like
Indeed.
almost every volleyball game.
Yeah.
When did Wisconsin play first?
Well, no, because the first match.
You want everybody to stay.
The first match is at 4:30, and so
then now we don't even know when Wisconsin's actually going to tip.
That is correct.
Like, it could be 6:30. It could be 8 o'clock. Could be a 5-set tilt. We want it. Why would we not acquiesce to our fans and say, we're going to start at 6, we'll play, and then who's playing next? North Carolina and
UTEP,
Bermuda or
Texas El Paso.
Bermuda.
I'm sorry. We acquiesce to our fans. Like, I think we play first, and then if everybody wants to empty out, that's fine.
So here's the weird thing this year, because last year this was the same scenario, and the first match went 5 sets, so everybody got there for a 7 o'clock start, and we didn't actually start until like 7:40 because the first match was Tennessee and Georgia Tech, and it was a great match. Went 5.
Welcome to tournament play, by the way.
Yeah. But now they're saying no matter what, they're going to start 30 minutes after the first match. So
which is standard practice.
Wisconsin fans could end up missing some Wisconsin volleyball if they decide to get there at 7. This UTEP match could be a Sweep City USA. It could be starting at 6. You're missing an hour of the game.
Basically, this match could start anywhere from 6:30 to 7:45. Which means
I don't want my playoff volleyball to be a cable install meeting. Well, you know what? We might be there from 12 to 5. No. We earn the right to play at home. I want to have a concrete time I'm playing, and UTEP in North Carolina should be the cable company visit of this. I'm sorry. Shouldn't happen.
But they want to have as many fans as possible in there, and if you started at 4:30,
I don't care about North Carolina and UTEP. I'm worried about us. No. About us.
Just get there a little early, get yourself a pretzel and a beverage, and sit back.
A Slurpee in one hand and a pretzel in the other.
Enjoy some Tar Heels and Miners, a little, little pregame. And
you may start at noon, you might start at 8. Just get there by 11:30 and spend 9 hours just in case. Yeah, that's what we want. Let's make our fans have to be the cable company at the cable company's disposal. That's what we want to do. Come on, Jesse.
I feel for the fans. I feel worst for me.
You don't feel for them. You're saying just get there and get a pretzel and sit in the. By the way, it's -80 out today. So, yeah, let's stand outside and wait. Come on.
No one has to wait outside the field house. You go in. You're buying a ticket that gets you into both matches.
I don't think you understand how that works. People get ready and they tailgate and they do. now we're forcing us to sit there and wait for Johnny the cable guy to maybe let us in at 7:30, or he might go at 10.
They tailgate in line waiting for the Fieldhouse to open. The Fieldhouse will already be open because they're playing the first match.
Indeed.
So
well
you can go
put.
in and
Don't scold him.
You can
Don't be
inside
scolding him.
He's making me do it. I'm nervous, and I feel worse for me as the pregame host of the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network.
Why?
Because we're going on at 6 o'clock tonight, and I might have a 20-minute pregame show. I might have an hour and 40-minute pregame show. I don't know how long I need to be on the air, so I'm preparing as if
you know what you always want to do,
soliloquy
Jesse?
for an hour, and I might get 20 minutes.
When you get home field and have a regular season worthy of that, and you do all that, you know what I want to do? I want a twist in the wind. That's what I want to do. Like, come on, dude. Like, you know I'm right on this, but whatever.
No, you're right a lot. You're right far more often than you're wrong. But, like, you've been to NCAA tournament games. Some of the greatest memories you have as a fan are that Final Four run the Badgers had.
And guess what?
It's standard operating procedure for the second game to be 30 minutes after the completion of the first.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
Jason, it would be
that is in a Final Four
to have the home team play the early game. You want people to be there, and you want to give them an excuse. There is no excuse here. If you are a Badgers volleyball fan, and I, having gotten to a game finally in the Kelly Sheffield era, I saw the passion. There is no way any of these dyed-in-the-wool, love their volleyball team fans are not going to get there early enough with the doors opening for a 4:30 first serve in the opponent, and they're going to scout who they're going to play next. They will not have any troubles waiting for their Badgers, whether they tip at 7 or 7:40. I don't, like, why on earth? So you can have the second game be played in front of an empty arena? Because most people will say, well, I came to see the Badgers. I don't really care about the second game. There's no way you're ever have
Listen, you're right. Hey, boys, you're right on that aspect. I don't care about UTEP and North. I earned the right to have home court. I have
and
it.
You have
we
home
earned
court.
It.
You don't have home tip time.
I am not going to inconvenience our fans when we have home court. Jason, you're so, you know what? I'm not going to say anything else. You guys are right. Let's move it along.
15.
I'm going to say something that would be so rude. I'm not doing it. Move it along. I'm moving it along.
I double dog.
No, you don't dare me.
I have something.
Hey, Finch, your tongue will be stuck to the flagpole, and I'm going to be out there dumping hot water with a fire hose if I do it. So don't double dog dare me, Finch.
It's a Christmas story.
Let's flick. I triple dog dare you, Scut Farkas. Let's go.
No, I'm not doing it.
Why don't they just say the Badger game?
It's not 11:30. It's not 11:30 yet.
Why don't they just say the Badger game starts at 7 o'clock, and if the other one ends early, it won't start early? Why don't we just wait until 7?
You guys don't get it, and it's not that. Here's the deal. It's not that big a deal. I just think when you have your fans and you can cater to your fans, you should. You guys don't seem to care about our fans. You seem to care more about UTEP in North Carolina, and that's fine. You guys, that is cute. I want our fans to be taken care of wholly and say, this is what's happening, this is what we're doing, and this is when you come to watch the game. Now, yes, you're right, Jason. There's going to be plenty of volleyball fans who'll say, I want to watch who will play on Saturday or Friday. It's Friday, I guess. Yeah, totally agree. Don't argue with you on that. But you can do it the other way, too. And if you really want to stay and watch, you'll stay and watch. I want the casual Badger fan to be taken care of tonight. That's what I want, because we earned it. But I'm sure, Jason, if you were a tournament organizer and Sydney was playing basketball, I'm sure you would say, well, we'll take the early game, and then we'll also take the back-end game, because I want to make sure the kids coming from Peshtigo are taken really good care of. And our fans, even though we have to then wait around all day, I'm all right with that, because I want to make sure Peshtigo is taken care of. I'm certain, as an organizer, that's what you would do, because that is exactly the scenario we're in tonight. Period. Fin. Thank you for my time.
Thank you for my time. Thank you for your service. Is it possible that you have been scarred by the occasionally inconvenienced hockey tournament where you are torn on between whether to cheer for Max or get the hell out of Dodge?
Baseball
Hold up.
Baseball
This is not about me, guys. This is not about me.
I didn't say it's about
Stop,
you.
Jesse. It's not.
I'm asking if it's influenced your view on this subject.
You got tickets tonight?
Here's what it's about. I think that we have not the fact that we could make it super easy for our fans and we haven't, I think is a misstep.
We. Kelly Sheffield isn't in charge of the scheduling. Your favorite organization, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, schedules the games.
Yeah.
They decide who gets home court. They decide who tips off when. And they would be completely clueless to not put the home teams last.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm advocating for our fans that we get our fans taken care of. And no, I'm not. I'm not sorry at all.
You just said you're sorry.
Not even a little bit. It's fake. It was a fake sorry.
Fake sorry.
Got me.
How many first?
You guys make sure North Carolina and UTEP are taken great care of. Anyways, let's just get this done. Let's sweep city this and get down to Austin, Texas. That's what I'm looking for in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Boom, let's go.
So Jesse, is it?
And I'm sure Texas will make sure that they play 8 hours after the first game.
8 hours.
We'll have the first game in Austin in the Sweet 16 if we're fortunate enough to get there. Yeah.
Now we'll have to go to Fort Worth because Austin cares. Yeah. Austin will say, "You guys go to Fort Worth and play because we want to make it tough on you so that it's a home field advantage for us."
I will spend my valuable commercial time researching whether all 16 first-round sites have the home team playing last, or if it's just Wisconsin, because we're inconveniencing the casual fan.
And the pregame host.
Yes, indeed. You know what's really inconvenient? Having leaky, creaky, squeaky windows. And you can fix that, just like Tausch is going to fix the start time of tonight's Badgers volleyball game. He and Gina Della fix all your problems.
Well, I'll tell you this. What I know, I would love for us to take care of our fans, and I know maybe the NCAA doesn't allow that, but I know Gina will take care of you as a customer of Pella Windows and Doors. It's hard sometimes to find a good bargain during the shopping season. Pella wants to make everyone's holiday brighter and clearer through beautiful new windows. Pay 0% interest for up to 24 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Plus, Pella's elves, they install year-round, and they can finish installation in as little as a day. Hurry up. The deal ends December 31st, so schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
So, as occasionally happens on the program, our game plan slightly adjusted based on
you guys
an
are
audible.
dying on a hill that I have a hard time understanding why the hell you want to die on that.
Believe me,
Let's not take care of our own fans.
We fully understand.
It's a crazy hypothesis.
We fully understand that you don't understand. We're totally with you there.
I'm just saying, don't start it before 7. It's like, I'm okay being this, yeah.
Cable guy, yeah, anytime between 12 and 8. That's when we'll be there. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for letting that happen.
Says the guy who also continues to advocate for a return to cable.
Guy.
Who wants to go back to cable because now we see all these streaming services trying to bundle, which we had already. It was called cable.
I have been dead set on the cable. Yeah, for sure. I want cable.
Tune in tonight on the Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball Radio Network. We'll first serve sometime between 6 and 8 for Wisconsin at Eastern Illinois.
We'll maybe do that. I don't know. We'll see. Well, whenever. We don't know.
All right, we're gonna traverse the another controversial conversation, much like the start time of the Badgers' first round NCAA tournament game. We will handle another controversial subject, Giannis's future in Milwaukee, and then we'll talk to our guy Tom Waddle, who will get us off and running discussing the Packers-Bears rivalry. That's all coming up on Wilde and Tausch.
This is
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation. Whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
A father faces homelessness. A mother is hospitalized, and there's no one to watch their children. La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is the only free 24/7 crisis nursery in Milwaukee. It's a safe and nurturing place for children aged 0 to 12 to stay while their parents work to regain stability and strength. Your generosity keeps La Causa's doors open and provides meals, classroom resources, mental health support, and more. Every child deserves the chance to dream, grow, and thrive. Make a difference by donating today at lacausa.org.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Marquette Thursdays at the Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus.
Down 8 with 7 minutes left in regulation, Marquette refused to fold, rallying late to force overtime and ultimately take down Valparaiso 75-72 at Fiserv Forum. Ben Gold delivered in a massive way after the break, pouring in 13 of his 17 points in the second half while going a perfect 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Head coach Shaka Smart proud of the toughness displayed by his senior big man.
He battles, he doesn't complain. When he bounces into that shot and he's got good leg bend, he's much more likely to make it. And you saw that in the second half.
Marquette continues its non-conference slate Saturday afternoon with a trip to Madison for an in-state battle against rival Wisconsin.
This Marquette Minute has been brought to you by Marquette Thursdays. Join us on select Thursday nights at 6 p.m. when head coach Shaka Smart breaks down all the Marquette action. The first show of the season's December 4th with freshman Nigel James Jr. and Ian Militic. Don't miss Marquette Thursdays at Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Since we're airing grievances, Jesse, you have an entire library of royalty-free music. Why do you keep playing the same ones?
Good question. I think they all just kind of sound the same. This is Free Music 5.
We got what? Do we have free Christmas music 3?
I'll see if we can dig up some holiday
I know you're very
tunes.
busy preparing for your potentially 20-minute or hour and 40-minute pregame show.
It is tough. It is tough. No.
Is it not?
But it's
is
fair.
It though?
It's what everybody wants. It's what everybody wants.
Except for Tausch. So speaking of what everybody wants, I think maybe it's not universal, but I feel like everybody in the state would like Giannis Antetokounmpo to continue to be a member of the Milwaukee Bucks.
I don't know.
And yesterday was quite the ride. And it ended in victory, and it ended in injury. Jesse, you have put together a timeline of yesterday's events. And I know you're probably trying to multitask and get ready for your pregame show of an undetermined length. But would you be kind enough to take us through the timeline of what all transpired yesterday?
I will certainly do so.
Thank you for your service.
I was trying to get it ready on the video stream, and it turns out that's not going to go so good because there's way too much.
12 bullet points.
So hey, Jesse, I'm going to give you a beat so you can get that all dialed up because I want to be a good teammate to you. And I want to give you that cable guy treatment where
I'm
you
ready.
might be able to put it on at 9:08 or
good.
all the way
right
up till
now.
12.
We got to get to Waddle.
We're good.
He just said he wasn't ready.
And now I am.
All right, Jesse, put it up. Put it up.
No, I'm not
What
going
a great
I said I'm not going to put it up, but I do have some special music ready for me
you're not
to
going to put it up.
Yeah.
So I have a question for both of you. And because Jason just said something declarative, which I like, because he usually doesn't do that. Right now, as we sit here, can this Milwaukee Bucks team win a championship?
No.
Giannis healthy, no Achilles, no calf. Can this Bucks team win a championship as currently constituted?
No.
Can we come close? Can we win a playoff series?
Yes.
Jesse?
Yeah, we can win a playoff series. East is down.
And I would say maybe is being more realistic, but I'll give you guys that. So the question I have for everybody, and I was talking to a couple folks at the Badger game last night that know their Milwaukee Bucks. Not quite like I do, but they know their Milwaukee Bucks. Right now, if you could, you could have Giannis for the next 2 years, no championship, one playoff series win at the best in the next 2 years. Because after 2 years, he's gone. He's going to leave, right? He can opt out. He's got 2 years this year and one more year. And then after that, it's Katie bar the door. Or you trade him to the Atlanta Hawks. You get Trae Young back from a salary standpoint, even though we don't really want him. You got it you just do. And then you could end up getting New Orleans' first-round pick, our first-round pick back, and we stink this year, and we'll really stink if Giannis leaves, and another first-round pick. Which one are you picking as a Bucks fan? Are you taking the Hawks haul or Giannis for 2 more years? Which one are you going with?
Are you telling me that he is 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt leaving after 2 years? You know this?
Yes.
You are certain of this?
Yes.
It's not possible that the Miles Turner pairing and the emergence of Ryan Rollins, they win a series this year, they win 2 series next year, and they're in the Eastern Conference. Would that be the semis or the final? Eastern Conference finals. And everything's trending in the right direction. That he wouldn't consider coming back. You're saying that is not one of my options?
It's not on the table.
To have hope
you get
that after 2 years he will stay. I can't
hope
have hope
in one hand, you know what in the other hand.
And trade him.
Here's Jason, this is the scenario I just laid out. You can have other scenarios. Yeah, there's other variables you can put in. But you could say you have Giannis for the next 4 years, but you ain't going to win nunca.
Well, my question is, how many times in NBA history, and again, I am not a ball knower to your degree, and my NBA knowledge is rooted in my 1980s childhood with Marcus Johnson and Sidney Moncrief, and then Terry Cummings and Paul Pressey and Paul Mokeski and Jack Sikma and that crowd. And then my mid to late 90s / early 2000s time where I covered the team in the Ray Allen Big Dog era. So I don't know my NBA as well as, say, you do. But how many times has a team moved on from a transformative player who won a championship at that location and then returned to greatness through a rebuild? Like, my point is that this all, if we're being honest,
Giannis. Nice.
This all went to crap because the big, bold stroke of getting Damian Lillard failed spectacularly.
It did, but it was...
Right, you win a title, you have a big three, you decide, and understandably so, I'm not criticizing it. I personally remain a Jrue Holiday guy, but you chose to
They didn't win with Jrue Holiday the next year either, by the way.
I understand. Also, with their best player injured in that series, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
They fired the coach. They hired another coach. They fired him. They hired another coach. They traded Jrue Holiday. They moved on from cash money. They have done a lot of things since winning the title, and things have only gotten worse. But they can get even more worser if you move on from your franchise player. And I just, my fear, like, what are the chances that you're going to get all your picks right? And you're going to get, like, Ryan Rollins watching the game last night with David Gruber courtside and me in my living room while I was writing. Those are the kinds of guys, you need to turn out to be way better than what their pedigree is. Because there's as many NBA first-round picks that fail as there are that succeed. Right? Fair or not?
Sure.
I would fear a return to the Bucks not the deer, no. Good one. I would fear a return to irrelevancy.
Jason, one-word answer here. Outside of the Giannis trade rumors, are the Bucks irrelevant right now?
No, not to us for sure, right? That's not our bread and butter. I don't know how fervent the Bucks fan base is compared to the Packers fan base.
I'm talking about NBA-wise. If you're not talking about Giannis wanting to be traded, because we're not very good right now, are we irrelevant in the national landscape outside of Giannis?
Are the Indiana Pacers irrelevant?
Yes, right now they are. Yeah.
Are the Boston Celtics irrelevant?
Not really.
Are you sure? Without Tatum? How good are they? Where are they in the playoff picture right now? Ball nowhere.
Tatum back? I don't know.
My point is that I just believe that the Dame Lillard catastrophe because of injury both years, right? I just think they're in a really difficult spot, and the idea that, and I'm not saying I'm disappointed in Giannis. It's his life. He gets to play it however he wants to. But things are tough. I get it.
I'm going to say this. I will never be disappointed in Giannis. If Giannis is with these trade requests, and by the way, this isn't hearsay. When he mentions his agent talking, and I know Doc said what he said, if Giannis wants to be traded, and this is what it is, we need to get the Hall of Halls, but I am not going to remotely be mad and or cussing out Giannis at all. And that doesn't happen often.
What if they trade him and they don't get the Hall of Halls? What if he exercises a level of power to make them trade him to where he wants to go?
No, I ain't trading him.
And
he's getting a Hall of Halls.
So then, like, as lovable as he is, there is the possibility of the worm turning, right? So I don't know if you could say that you're not going to be mad at him under any circumstances. If you have to give him away because he's...
You ain't giving him away. You control that. We don't give him away. Like, that's crazy talk.
I don't know. Things can get acrimonious. All right. Well, that covered everything on Jesse's timeline. That worked out great.
So you're saying no, don't trade him to the Hawks. You're saying ride it out, let it go. Jesse, are you in agreement with Jason, or are you on the other side?
Giannis gives you the best chance to win. The Eastern Conference is down. Give me Giannis. Ride it to the very end.
And then if he pops an Achilles, you're screwed on screwed.
Then that, Golden Age comes to an end that way. It's got to end somehow.
Boys, we haven't been in the golden age for 3 years. Like, let's stop kidding ourselves. The year after the championship, there ain't been a golden age since then. Okay? Let's stop with the golden age. Golden age left with Dame got here and he got hurt. That was the end of the golden age. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you ended it.
I wanted him here. We needed him. We had a hot potato. Do you guys remember? Do you remember hot potato heat game where we didn't have anybody want to touch the ball at the end of the game?
You got Justin Garcia getting you your watch and your Dame bobblehead. You were Mr. Dame.
You make big swings, you strike out sometimes, Howard Johnson.
Hot potato heat game is a great line.
You take big swings, you strike out. It happens. Yeah,
was
the old
Howard
slugger
Johnson
for the Mets.
that big of a strikeout guy?
He was a big slugger.
Rob Deere was way better than dropping a Hojo. All right?
Well.
All right, here's what we're going to do.
Russell Brandon.
But let's stop with the golden age. If this is the golden age of Bucks basketball right now, I'm sorry. That's depressing. It is.
Okay.
Golden age was when we won a championship, Jesse. Not now.
The Jurassic age was more than 1 year.
2023. Hey, 2017 to 2023 is probably 2018 to 2023 golden age. This has been I don't know what. It's not been brutal, but it has not been golden. You guys throw that term golden around way too often. I'm going to tell you that right now.
We're keeping our guest waiting now.
It's rivalry week. The Packers are taking on the Bears. We're going to shift gears. Our Bucks buddy, Justin Garcia, I have before me his schedule for the day because he's got other jobs, you know. He's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a worker.
He's available to join us later in the program so we can debate the golden age and how Mark Tauscher single-handedly brought down the golden age by his demand for Damian Lillard.
If Justin Garcia says this year is part of the golden age of basketball, I'm sorry.
God, man.
Justin and I are going to have issues.
I wonder if he has any tips for planning a 20-minute to 140-minute pregame show.
That is one of his areas of expertise. I don't know, do they do that in the NBA Cup where the next game is 30 minutes after the end of the previous one?
Yeah, they told you to wait. Well, I'll tell you what, if it's at Fiserv Forum,
the Bucks are playing first.
You can have a 3-hour wait, and you're going to be more than content. I can tell you that.
Associated Bank is the best in the business when it comes to customer service. They've got the awards to prove it. I have experienced it for nearly a decade. They're the absolute best, whether it's early pay, whether it's credit monitoring, whether it's fraud protection, or whether it's Packers, Brewers, or Badgers checking. They've got everything you want, everything you need, with the best people in the business to take great care of you, just like they take great care of Paula and Maddie and Sid and I. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. We're going to have to apologize to Tom Waddle the moment he comes on our program. He is scheduled to appear next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
The holidays are full of moments worth saving.
Family dinners, cozy nights, holiday parties that last all night, and Carbless makes every one of them better. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor, 0 sugars, 0 carbs, and only 100 calories and gluten-free. Carbless is the gift that keeps on giving. A guilt-free cocktail that never compromises on taste, turning every sip into a little celebration. This season, bring bliss to every holiday moment with Carbless. Full of flavor, no compromise.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you. With 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Kyle Brust-Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies, they're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Joining us now to discuss the Badger volleyball tip-off time and whether this is still the golden age of Milwaukee Bucks basketball.
I think Tommy thinks that the Bulls' golden age is still going from 91.
I'll say this. As a Chicagoan, I think he's got a pretty good idea of what happens to a franchise when they no longer have one of the greatest players in NBA history. Is Tom Waddle of our sister station, ESPN 1000, ESPN Chicago. You hear him on Waddle and Sylvie, and he's just the best. We're so lucky to have him.
I'm enjoying, guys. I've enjoyed the basketball breakdown for sure. I was just hoping you weren't going to segue into Bulls-Bucks conversation because, quite frankly, we ignore this team at this point here in Chicago.
Irrelevancy.
Tommy, quick question
without
for
a
you.
star.
I got a quick trivia question. When Michael Jordan left after his last championship, who was the guard that replaced him? Was in the opening day starter when he left?
I have no clue, Tausch. No clue at all.
Okay.
I can't even remember what I had for dinner last night.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I
Probably
think,
something
was there a
cuts.
Pete Myers? Pete Myers rings a bell, or was that when he left for baseball that he took over?
I think, and he was a really scrappy, physical, try-hard player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
That ring a bell?
Yep.
You're a basketball aficionado.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Thanks, Tom. It's nice to get some compliments from teammates across the GKB
asked
spectrum.
a trivia question to which you did not know the answer.
That's fair. That's a fair criticism. Yes. It happens. Jason, we're all about.
Jason.
Yeah, Tom, Jason, I don't know. Is Sylvie perfect with everything? You've been with Sylvie forever. It is really hard to do a show with somebody that is perfect and
I
always asks
it's
perfect
tough.
questions.
Sure. Yeah, I understand that.
So
you asked that question, Tausch, and I think you'd get separate answers, one from Sylvie, one from me. So I would suggest that none of us are perfect. How's that for being politically correct?
Okay, well, Jason thinks he is, but that's a whole
No,
nother
I
story.
definitely.
All right, Tommy, let's get to Bears, Packers, and I have a little hypothesis for this week.
All right.
So the Bears obviously have exceeded expectations through 12 games. They're at the top of the NFC playoff heap. But it feels like to me, and we had Matty Bowen on, and just talking to Chicago folks this week, it feels like you're not opening your heart to being the best in the NFC until you can come into Lambeau. There's some trepidation even with where you're at. Is that fair?
I don't know if it's trepidation, Tausch. I think it's more like 2 weeks ago I called myself a euphoric realist. Prior to going to Philadelphia on a short week and just pushing them all over the field in their building, I think that there was still, I've enjoyed the hell out of this. And I've said to people quite a bit that I think this team record-wise is a little bit ahead of itself. I didn't expect them. I expected them to win more games than they lost this year, but I didn't expect them to be 9-3 after 12 games. But I'm very confident and comfortable with where this program, where this organization is headed long term. And I think the future is very, very bright for them. I don't know if there's any trepidation. I think that, like I said, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing right now. I think they feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof. They feel that, they can come into your house and dictate policy. They'll play you anytime, anywhere, under any circumstances. And I think that, there's a healthy degree of appreciation and optimism and belief in this team. But for a lot of us as well, look, I'm going to ride this as far as it goes, but they still haven't. Guys, I think you can make the argument they still haven't played a really complete game. While they ran the ball for nearly 300 yards against the Eagles, the passing game is still struggling, albeit there was some windy conditions. But I'm loving what they're doing. I think the future is tremendously bright. And I think it's one of those seasons where, the ball's bounced in their direction quite a bit, and they've taken advantage of some of the good opportunities that have presented themselves.
Yeah, and I would argue, there's all the talk about Ben Johnson. He's been great for what he has turned the program confidence-wise. But I think Ryan Poles deserves some love for what he was able to do with the O-line, because that has been the Achilles heel. You can say quarterback play, and that's true. But do they finally have that O-line fixed? Obviously, coming off of what we saw in Philly was incredibly impressive by that group.
Well, you could diagnose what they're doing right or wrong more so and more accurately than I could. But I can tell you and feel confident saying there's a hell of a lot more good and right than there is wrong right now. I'm with you with Ryan Poles. Look, when the mistakes were made and when criticism is appropriate, I think we've levied that criticism. And when it's time to give somebody credit for fixing some of the problems that maybe they created, I think that the credit needs to be given. And that offensive line was a mess. And I think with the help of Ben Johnson, guys, Ben had history with Jonah Jackson in Detroit. They go out and they trade for Jonah Jackson. They trade for Joe Thuney. They add Drew Dahlman in free agency. I think they identified the offensive line as an enormous area of need. And Ryan Poles went out there and solved some of these issues. Dan Roshar comes in as their offensive line coach and is somehow connected with Darnell Wright. And he's playing at an all-pro kind of level right now at the right tackle position. So, go to the other side, fellas, where Nashawn Wright was added, and, Al Harris is getting the most out of him. So I think it's been a really collaborative effort between Ben Johnson and his staff. They're very good at what they do. There's a lot of experience there. And I think that, between the coaching staff and the front office, they're working, hand in hand. But you're right, Tausch. I think Ryan Poles deserves a ton of credit for solving some of the problems that were very glaring the previous years.
Talking with Tom Waddle of Waddle and Sylvie from ESPN 1000 in Chicago. I know some of you were very concerned about the start of this conversation, so I just want to let you know that the Bulls starting lineup in January of 1999 after the lockout was Ron Harper, Tony Kukoc, Brent Barry, Mark Bryant, and Andrew Lang. Also among those reserves that were keys to that opening. By the way, they won 13 games that year. 13 games for the Bulls. They lost their opener in a rematch of the 1998 NBA Finals, 104-96 to the Utah Jazz.
Tough matchup with the Jazz.
Dickie Simpkins, which is one of my favorite names. Also Randy Brown on that team, Cornell David, and Rusty LaRue. Who could forget him? All right.
So it was 94 when
Pete
Jordan
Myers
left for
or Pete
Birmingham.
Mitchell or whoever
it was
you.
Pete Myers.
Okay,
it was
Pete Mitchell
Myers
is
in 94. That's on me.
I think Pete Mitchell is Maverick, if I remember correctly. Waddle, I need to know more about how you view. And Tausch loves the movie Maverick. He watches it on every flight.
It's a great movie.
I need to know how you view what we have seen through 12 games of 2025 with your quarterback, because I have taken the unpopular position here in Wisconsin. I believe you and Sylvie, the last time I was on with you, thought it was ridiculous that I was advocating this to Packers fans. But I want Caleb Williams to be good. I want this rivalry to be like Manning versus Brady. I want these guys every year battling for first place in the NFC North and the number 1 seed. That would be awesome to me. What I've seen from Caleb Williams with my eyes is that he is better, but he's got a long way to go. You would know better than me.
I think that's a good evaluation. I would applaud your maturity because, quite frankly, I don't have that level of maturity. I want your team to stink for an extended period of time. I want your quarterback to be bad. I want you guys to win very few games because, quite frankly, I'm tired of being owned by the Green Bay Packers, as Aaron Rodgers would have said. So, no, I think we are entering a stage where this is going to be a really competitive, rivalry once again. And I have all the respect in the world for what Green Bay is doing right now, what they've done in the previous decade plus. As much as I'd love to go up there and beat the snot out of all of you guys, I do have to respect a winning franchise, and that's what you guys have been. With regard to Caleb Williams, I think progress is being made, and it's not necessarily, I wouldn't think to be accurate to just assess him based on the numbers, because completion percentage, you started the season and Ben's like, our goal is 70% completion rate. And I said to everyone at that time, I said, that's a really lofty goal. I think if he could get to 65, we'd be happy, because there are some inherent issues with how Caleb has played the game leading up to this point that just don't speak to being the most accurate quarterback and taking your checkdowns and your layups and being a 70% completion rate guy, the way Ben talked about. I think there's more of that playmaking, home run type of do it on your own element to his game that really doesn't lead you in that direction. I think, Jason, that you've seen progress in him even when he's completing 52% of his passes. He's more comfortable in the pocket. He's not ejecting the pocket, just trying to get out of there to be Superman. I think he buys time. I think he's more judicious with how he approaches scrambling. I think he's seeing things better. Look, this isn't a huge adjustment for a guy. And I'm not trying to make excuses for someone who was drafted first overall. He's never played in structure. He's never been asked to play on time. He won a Heisman Trophy by being Superman. Now you come into this offense, which is structured and asks you to play inside the confines of the pocket and forces you to play on time. Like, this is learning a different language for him. And it was a little bit rocky at the start. I think you're seeing some of the rough edges being smoothed out, but it's not where it could be. We have seen him be, a quarterback that you win because of. We've seen him be a quarterback that you win with. But I think that the talent is undeniable. He's a playmaker. He's got a clutch gene. If you can marry that, Jason, with being more clean and a little more efficient and a little more on time inside the pocket, which I think we are seeing some of that, I think now you've got a quarterback that scares the hell out of the entire league going forward. So the progress has been uneven, but I think you can see it even when you go out and complete just 50% of your passes.
So on the flip side, Al Harris is one of my all-time favorite players that I covered. He even ranks ahead of Tausch. I'm looking at this defense, and I'm looking at them statistically.
It's not hard today.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Okay.
They are 25th in scoring defense. They are 27th in total defense. They're 30th in total defense in terms of yards per play allowed. They're 28th in rushing defense. They're 22nd in passing defense. And yet,
very good.
They are leading the NFL in takeaways, leading the NFL in interceptions, and their team is 9-3. In the immortal words of Vince Lombardi, what the hell's going on out here?
Well, they're also very good on third down. So they get off the field, more times than not and turn the ball back over to their offense. And like you mentioned, they've been very opportunistic. I can't argue, not to mention that they don't get to quarterbacks at all. Their pass rush is anemic. And really the only time they're consistently pressuring opposing quarterbacks, it's when Dennis Allen is dialing up some sort of exotic blitz. That includes C.J. Gardner-Johnson, or it includes Kyler Gordon when he's healthy, or Jaquan Brisker. So the secondary has been involved, I think, in a lot of their quarterback sacks. So statistically, it's not the most impressive team. But look, I go back to the Philadelphia game, and if you ask me how to define this Bears team, knowing what you've done offensively and knowing that you've got some issues on defense, you go back. Caleb throws a pick in the second half, and the Eagles are driving. They get down to about the Bears' 15-yard line, and they run the tush push. And Deshaun Wright comes around the side and pulls the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands. Bears stop the drive. Once again, they take the ball away, and then the offense takes advantage of that gift that the defense gives them. It drives 85 yards down the field, and they just break the back and the heart, the soul of that Eagles defense. Like, this is what this defense has done all year long, Jason, is that they bend, and then they take the ball away, and then it gives this offense an enormous boost. Tausch, you could speak to this. We've all been on teams where it's like a faucet. You turn it on, and it never stops for the entire season. The takeaways just keep coming. They keep coming. They keep coming. And it lasts. It's something that happens. And then the following year, instead of being first in the league, you'd be last in the league. It's the nature of the beast. And I know you guys have seen it over the course of years. They are in a kind of a trend right now where guys are making plays. They have Kevin Byard leads the league, I think, in interceptions. He's been a tremendous addition as well. They are just finding ways to make big plays in the most important moments of the season. And it's been a trend that has lasted 12 games so far.
It's contagious. I really think that you get those things in bunches because guys see it and then they start believing. They see it and it manifests itself. And obviously with Peanut Tillman and Urlacher and that group, they were awesome at it. And that's when they had their most successes, when you're creating turnovers. What would you say is the biggest surprise or the biggest thing that Ben Johnson has brought to your organization that has allowed the quick flip to success that the Bears have had this year?
I think I don't know if it's a surprise, but when they fired Eberflus last year, guys, in the middle of the year, I was very adamant. There's only one guy to bring in. With all of the resources that you pushed into the middle of the table on the offensive side of the ball, you drafted Caleb number 1, you drafted Rome number 9, you gave DJ Moore an extension. Cole Kmet had been given money previously. You invested all of this money upgrading the interior of your offensive line. That offense had to produce. There was no doubt I thought that they would be significantly better than they had before, because all I had to do was look at Ben's track record in Detroit, where for the first 3 years, his 3 years of coordinating that offense, they were top 5 in pretty much every category. And I know when people say, well, look at that roster. People don't realize in Ben's first year as their coordinator in 22, there was no Jamison Williams. There was no Jahmyr Gibbs. There was no Sam Laporta. I believe Amon-Ra St. Brown was a rookie at that point. So, he was doing it. Yeah, they had a good line, but he didn't have the weapons. And it just spoke to me that this offense works. And when you get better players in the huddle, it's going to work even better. But I would say, the thing that has impressed me most, or maybe surprised me most, is you bring in a guy and give him control. And one of my questions is can he be the front of the room guy? He's a great offensive coordinator, obviously knows what he's doing there, but that culture felt like it was being set by Dan Campbell. Can he come in here and set the culture. And from day one, he's a guy that holds you accountable. There are no excuses accepted. He's a hard ass. He's all that. And then some. But what surprises me a little bit is in this day and age, when you are one of the highest paid coaches in the league, what he did was assembled a staff of guys and was allowing them to coach. And he's got to be so secure with who he is and what his plan is. He brings in Dennis Allen, who's a former head coach, and says, you're the head coach of the defense. He brings in Al Harris and Antoine Randall and Eric Bieniemy, guys not only that played in the league, but played at a really high level and have a resume as coaches, and he lets them coach. He gives them the responsibility. He's not a control freak. So he's created this atmosphere where at the end of the day, he has final say and the buck stops with him, but he allows his coaches to go out there and do their thing. And I think that, to me, that has been a key that really hasn't been recognized, I think, enough.
Go ahead, Jason.
No, you please. No.
I thought you guys were going to bust my chops about my prediction at the end of the season or at the beginning of the season about my.
You're some crappy special teams away from being right.
Yeah.
If our special teams were decent, we'd have been right.
We were not going to bust your chops.
You lose to Cleveland. You shouldn't have lost to Cleveland. You tied a Dallas team that was crappy at that time, and then you lose to Carolina. If you guys take care of business in the manner you should have been 8-0. I thought I was spot on.
So we agree with you.
That's why we're not busting your chops.
If you were hoping for us to bust your chops, you came to the wrong place.
I came in a little defensive.
Okay.
No, you didn't need to.
I do have a couple more questions before we let you go, but Tausch, I didn't mean to cut you off. Have you forgotten what you were going to ask, or do you still have it?
Yeah, you go ahead and finish up, Jason. You're good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're doing a great job, like you always do.
Go ahead, Sylvie. It's your show. Go ahead. You do. You ask the question.
You just run it. Get out on your swing.
I'll say this. I've been compared to a lot worse than Sylvie. That is for sure.
That is true. That's very true.
So I am curious. You said some very nice things about your head coach, Ben Johnson. Yeah. Packers fans, of course, have brought up, and reporters as well, have brought up the specific shot at Matt LaFleur. My understanding back then was Matt LaFleur was more befuddled than irritated by it. He was like, I don't have any negative history with Ben Johnson. I don't know why he did that. Is he settling in to be a little less awkward? I mean, he's taking off his shirt. I think he took a page out of your playbook to do that. Yeah. But what is he like? Because he came off a little weird in the press conference to introduce him, in my opinion.
Well, I think with regard to the reference to the Packers, I think it was a little theater. I think he was pandering to the audience and letting everyone know that he understands how important this rivalry is. And maybe it was an awkward dig at LaFleur, but he was just, I don't think there was anything personal with it. He was, oh, by the way, hey, Bears fans, I'm here to, recharge this rivalry with the Packers. And, check out my record. I've enjoyed beating him twice a year. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was more playful than anything. It felt like Matt got a little pissy about it, but that's okay. I like that, portion of ramping up the rivalry. And quite frankly, I think that you guys would know much better than I. I think this one means a lot to LaFleur based on that comment. I think that comment probably has resonated. It stayed with LaFleur a little bit longer than it has with Ben Johnson. And he was asked about it, and he kind of turned away from it. I don't think he's awkward at all. I think he is really connected with it. And not only everyone inside that building, Jason, he's in a short period of time, he's revered by these players because – he's delivered. He said when he walked in, trust me, trust us, trust what we're teaching you. We're going to put you in position to take advantage of what you're going to do best. And you will see the benefits of that. And when you get that return on investment, I think that level of trust goes up. So I haven't found him awkward at all. And I thought, he was, again, kind of, pandering to the fan base when he took his shirt off and everyone got free hot dogs. So I love everything he said. I love what he's doing tactically and schematically. He's fantastic. quite frankly, I think he's perfect, Jason. I think he's perfect.
Much like myself. So I would just add, it doesn't matter if I think he's awkward. If he has won over the locker room, you know, and Tausch know this as much. You have coaches that you don't feel that way about, and that is a direct ticket to failure. So I just thought that those two maneuvers from the outside looking in, but if they are bought in, that is a huge thing. I would argue that if he is who Bears fans hope he is, he will be your Mike Holmgren. Mike Holmgren was the hot coach that everybody wanted. The Packers somehow got him in 92 after years and years and years of stinking. He was the offensive genius, and what did he do? He went and won a Super Bowl with Brett Favre. And so if that happens, you'll be happy, and Packers fans will be mad at me for wanting your guys to be good. All right, my last question for you.
Real quick, I would say to you, we've been clamoring for our Matt LaFleur, our Kevin O'Connell. We've been clamoring for our Sean McVay, our Kyle Shanahan. And the early signs are we got him.
So my final question for you is, do you know anyone named Aaron, E-R-I-N? Do you know anyone at all that has that name?
Yes. Going back to my high school days, I knew a girl whose first name was Aaron.
Okay, so I don't know if you've stayed in touch with her, but I was at my local Goodwill recently, and I found this 8x10 glossy, and it is signed to Aaron, Tom Waddle. This one I'm keeping. I actually put this in front of our Wilde and Tausch logo on the awesome oversized hats Jesse got us. But here is look at this catch that this dude's making.
Jason, do you know, like Tausch probably would tell you too, even as a lineman, every card I have, I could probably tell you the play, and my memory sucks. That was a touchdown catch in the opening game of the season against Minnesota in 1991. I only had 9 touchdowns total in my career, so every one means a lot to me.
Well, I am not parting with my card. It's got to be worth 30,
the same time Pete Myers
cents.
was starting at guard for Jordan, right? 91, is that right?
Exactly. Good point. Yes. Yeah, I think it was Randy Brown at that time, maybe.
Okay. Tommy, got it. I love Bears Week in part because we get to talk to you and to Sylvie. My understanding is that you have selected Mark Tauscher to be your guest this week on your program. My hope is in a couple weeks I'll be joining you. No ill will at all. Not any bitterness whatsoever. Unless, of course, you also had Domofsky on, then I'm going to be really pissed.
Tausch, you available in 2 weeks?
Yep, I'll be there.
Okay,
you know, I'm the Packers
snap.
guy for Waddle and Sylvie. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, that's right. Jason,
Tommy.
By the way, you have to understand, I don't make any of the decisions on our show. Never have, never will.
I understand that.
So, Jason, they actually have a producer that books guests for them. It's a little different.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a weird deal.
Out of here with that.
It is a weird deal. They just do content. It's a crazy situation down there in Chicago.
I bet their producer's not planning for either a 20-minute or 140-minute pregame show for the volleyball game tonight.
I would bet that
sure they're
I
not.
Actually, no.
Tommy, we love you, buddy. Can't wait to see you again. We appreciate you so much. Thanks a lot.
Love you guys as well. Always great joining you. Thanks.
That is the great Tom Waddle. I really do. I love this card and the catch that he's making on it, and the design is great. The haircut, by the way, check out that flow. Can I get that in there? You see that?
Yeah, Tommy's a handsome fella. Tommy's a handsome fella.
Well, he's a wide receiver. They usually are.
And you know what? I don't think he's confident, but I don't think they're over there. It just. I'm telling you, there is a guardedness to Bears fans I haven't seen, and it's partially because they don't need to be delusional anymore. They're actually getting better. And in the past, I think they knew. Now they're hopeful, but they know that it's going in the right direction, and that, I think, makes them feel a lot better.
Totally agree. All right, we got to play a little bit of catch-up, but that was worth it. Great to talk to Tom Waddle. You can hear him on Waddle and Sylvie on ESPN 1000, ESPN Chicago. They've got their own ESPN Chicago app that I use to listen to their show when I can, but you can download that as well, just like you download the ESPN Wisconsin app in your Android and Apple app stores. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. While the Bears finally know how it feels to win a couple of games, they're going to have to get through Big Brother to go any further.
Love loads up, going deep. Christian Watson down there. He's got it! Touchdown, Packers!
It's the Bears and the Packers at Lambeau Field. Get ready for the big game with Green Bay game day at noon and Green Bay game night after the game on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
I think the realities of where he wants to go and what that team would have to offer, it doesn't feel like they'll be capable of giving Milwaukee what he wants in return. When you look at the trade package that the New York Knicks could potentially give the Milwaukee Bucks, it's going to have to be player-led because they don't really have a whole lot of draft assets to offer them, right? They got Washington's pick, but that's top 8 protected. You could offer them even year pick swaps, 26, 28, and 30, which has value to Milwaukee, but I don't think that that's going to be enough, so it's going to have to be player-led. The Knicks don't want to give up OG Anunoby, which undoubtedly the Milwaukee Bucks would have to demand. Deuce McBride would have to be included in that. I just don't see a world where the Knicks in a 2-team trade would be able to put together a package that would make sense for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then when you consider the other teams that the Knicks could recruit to get involved in it, those are the same teams that are interested in trading for Giannis.
Give it up for Chicago. Sebastian Maniscalco's new stand-up special, It Ain't Right, is now streaming on Hulu.
30 years ago, Jeff Bezos, complete nerd. Bezos now ripped to shreds on his super yacht, and the boxes keep coming.
Watch Sebastian Maniscalco, It Ain't Right, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition product.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Thanks again to Tom Waddle of Waddle and Sylvie on ESPN 1000, ESPN Chicago.
When are you joining those guys? I'm joining them, I think, at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
I'm joining them in advance, allegedly. Again, Sylvie is perfect, like myself, so I know that he wouldn't have any inaccurate information. So I was told I'd be joining him in advance of that December 20th matchup.
Oh, good. The flex game.
And I think need to make sure that Ashton Rotman and the other powers that be sign off on all the things necessary. But I think I'm going to be at that game, and maybe I can get down there on Friday and maybe join them in studio if we play our cards right, which would be fun. I've always
the Bean.
There's a lot to do down there, and we would love to make the trip. So we'll see if that plays out. But Tausch, I want to go back to something that he said, because what I wanted to get back to, and we kind of ran out of time because of our in-depth discussion of the 1999 Chicago Bulls, was your comp with Jared Goff, with Caleb Williams, both first overall picks, both guys that are talented, but maybe not the uber-talented guys that you played with Favre and Rodgers or Tom Brady or some of these other guys that are Hall of Famers. When you listen to Waddle talk about what Caleb Williams was at USC and now is trying to be with the Bears, does it make sense to you that it has been kind of a bumpy path for him, completion percentage-wise, mistake-wise, etc.? And do you think, oh boy, once he figures out how to play within this system, he could potentially be a problem?
I don't know if I would say he could potentially. I think he could be a good NFL quarterback. Do I think that he has the same potential as a Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow? I don't see that. That doesn't mean he can't get better and get there, but Josh Allen was an inaccurate thrower of the football too. I don't think he has the athleticism of Josh. Now, he has shown that he can do some things with his legs, but you have to be more accurate with the football, and you have to get better at that. So it's not fair to judge him yet because this is the first year that he's been coached and that he's progressing. So Bears fans should be optimistic about Caleb Williams. I am not overly, and I'm sure Bear fans felt the same way about Jordan Love in his first year. He wasn't overly accurate with the football.
Right.
Till he started to get there. So that system and understanding, like Tommy just said, the checkdowns and the layups, that's how you go from 59 to 67, 68%.
Right.
Is understanding what you're needed to do and what your outlets are and everything else. And that's just starting to figure things out. And that is a hard position to play, as we've seen. So I'm not overly worried as a Packers fan that he's going to be, like a Favre Rodgers type. But he's definitely their best hope in a long time at giving them some stability at that spot for the next decade.
We will get further into Packers-Bears in the 10 o'clock hour, which, of course, we're running late for, but not until after I tell you about Steinhafels and what they've got going on right now. I told you this a number of times. It's time to take advantage of it. If better sleep has been hard to come by for you, you're not alone. I've been there, too. And the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhafels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhafels. Now, you can try Helix in person, which is something you can't just do anywhere. Right now, Steinhafels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our listeners. All you got to do is head to steinhafels.com to learn more. Helix Sleep at Steinhafels. Better sleep starts now. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts not now, but in 2 minutes. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Sendix is making gift-giving easy this holiday. Sendix Home is offering 20% off a different item each day. This week, get 20% off clothing accessories Monday, 20% off home decor on Tuesday, a new deal every day through Sunday, December 7th. Go to Sendix.com to see the daily deals. Find something special for a loved one, or treat yourself. After all, you deserve it. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Willie and Tausch begins now. And I mentioned I wouldn't say it's a dream, right? Dreams are, you have big dreams. There's something more important than
fearlessly.
And insure carefully with AmFam.
Amen.
I'm not dreaming of this. I would like it to happen, because I think it would make the next decade of me covering the Packers to be more interesting. But I'm not dreaming of this. There's other things. I have other dreams, bigger dreams than Caleb Williams and Jordan Love being good at the same time. But I did ask Jordan Love about this yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to let you be the judge. I'm not.
I'm sure it didn't go great. It's just the way you're talking. I'm
not sure. I'm not sure I got the level of enthusiasm that I was hoping for, but maybe that was unrealistic. Here's that exchange.
Hey, Jordan. Kyle just mentioned Aaron, and you just mentioned Caleb. I'm just curious. It feels like throughout Aaron's career, for as long as he played, he never had like a quarterback rival, right? Like Brady versus Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be fun if you and Caleb, I know you know him a little, right? Would it be fun if you guys kind of had that? You guys, both your teams are really good and they're playing for a lot of things. Does that idea appeal to you? I know you want to win the game most importantly.
Yeah, I mean, I think, that stuff all plays a part in it and makes it even a cooler game. You know what I mean? The rivalry's already there. And then obviously, Caleb doing some good things this season and trending up. So I think, that aspect kind of plays another little part. Like you said, everybody wants to see the quarterback matchup. But, for us, it's just another game. And, I like watching him on tape and seeing some of the cool things he does. It'll be a good matchup.
So I thought it was okay.
What's that backdrop there? Is that a chalkboard?
So we've started a new thing, which I don't love.
A chalkboard.
No,
okay.
It's the exterior of the locker room. We now are doing our Jordan Love and Micah Parsons sessions because of the design of the locker room. With the renovation, there are some camera angles where theoretically there could be like a naked butt that makes it onto the news.
Okay.
And so no one wants big butts and they cannot lie on their newscast. So in the video background, they feel like there's some risk of that. So both Jordan and Micah Parsons are doing it just outside the door. So you come out the door now and to the right.
But if Rashawn Gary is getting interviewed by a big gaggle, nobody's worried about it?
Correct. Yeah. Well, so their lockers
doesn't make any
are,
sense. You understand that makes no sense, right?
Believe me, this is ground that I have covered previously in the locker room discussing this, because it
Gotcha.
Again, media starts with me. You now have to make a choice when those two guys talk.
Rudy Ford or Jordan Love.
Correct.
It's not the easiest, as you've proven, not the easiest choice all the time.
Haversick or Micah. Yeah.
I saw Lucas yesterday. Always good to see Lucas Haversick back in the fold on the practice squad. It's inconvenient because you got to go outside, then you got to come back in. You can't see what might be happening in the locker room. So maybe a Rudy Ford is talking, and you feel like, hey, I'm going to break away from this group to go get Rudy.
Do you need an intern? Do you need to have an intern like Kramer? When he brought that intern in, where you have someone, bring a young aspiring journalist in.
Yeah, we got a lot of interns that would love to be.
I actually think you should have an intern, and we should document you and your intern's job as you're doing it.
That could be the intern's job to document the intern's job with Jason.
Yes.
Yeah.
As much as I appreciate
love this idea.
As much as I appreciate your area of expertise, which is hiring people to do jobs for free, I'm not sure.
Paid. It's gonna be. This is
times
like the
have
movie,
changed.
The Intern.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, you want
De
De Niro to be his intern?
No, I got a crazy idea.
You talking to me?
Our good buddy.
You talking to me?
I saw our good buddy Tommy Oates last night. And by the way, do you have any of your own bobbleheads?
Is he considering interning for me? Is he miss it that much?
No.
We'd love to have him.
Let me get to that. Look, do you have an old your own bobblehead that you gave away at your wedding?
I do.
Okay, well, Tommy's lovely partner. Oh, look at
wow.
That. Said she's got extras, and I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one, and that's going to be prominently displayed. But what if Oatsy's still out there? He's got a podcast, and what if he becomes as the whole flip
like
of
De
the
Niro?
world? He used to be your mentor.
He was, yeah.
Now he comes back as an intern and helps you. You kind of say, Tommy, I need you to do this inside once a week.
Yeah.
And he's open to it.
Just on Wednesdays.
What are the chances that this could happen? Because Wednesdays are Jordan Love days.
Yeah. Yeah. Thursdays are Micah Parsons days.
Oh, I need him twice a week.
We're only gonna get Tommy one day.
I'm all right. Hey, I will just say this, and then we'll take a break and get back to Packers Bears. I love the SNL skit with the Bears fans. That's one of my favorite skits of all time. I would love for Tom Oates. Tom Oates has done something that most retired, air quotes, sports writers don't do, and that is he actually stopped writing. Like, a lot of these guys retire, and they're still doing a column a week here and there. And I'll be honest, I have been disappointed. Not in him, but I think he still has a lot to say.
For his readers, sure.
Yes, and right. And so I think there is a void. Jim Polzin is phenomenal. He's a good friend. He does a great job at the State Journal. There's no doubt about it. But I think that there is a historical level of knowledge that Oatsy has that all of us would be better off if he was still part of the equation.
Here's the plan.
He's got a podcast.
I think we have a plan.
Yeah, everybody's got a podcast.
We have the intern a la De Niro on Wednesdays with you. And then on Thursdays, you find a young and up-and-coming young Wildy that you mentor.
Sure.
So you're getting the mentoree, and then in this way you can cover and feel good about going out in exile and doing the interview out by the blackboard.
Totally agree.
This is something. I think it's a great idea.
I think
getting back to what Jordan Love actually said.
Of all your ideas, this is a great idea.
I want Wally from the Damn Sports Show to be your intern.
I'd take that too. Yeah, count me in.
ESPN Beaver
So
Dam.
we have to solve.
He can do the show.
Done.
He can do the Thursday show from my office.
The trio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the trio.
Oh, my office is closer.
Yeah, this is a totally great idea.
Wildy and Wally.
I don't think
Thursdays.
I don't think Oatsy's going to do it because I think he loves being retired and he's going to bed. Like, he looks great. He's thin.
He seems very happy.
He's tan. He's in a good spot. But for this playoff push, I don't know what he's doing. He looks phenomenal.
Is it spray-on tan?
great.
Do you think he's going in and getting sprayed?
I didn't ask.
Whoa, Nelly!
All right, you wanted to comment on Jordan's answer before we moved on.
Because, I mean, at some point we do the Jordan Love component. Yeah, he wasn't interested in your question at all. And then he was like, ugh, how do I throw Wildy a little something just to shut him up? That was how, and you almost could see it on his forehead. He's like, ugh, why is Wildy always trying to stir up drama and just wanting to, like,
how is that drama?
It's, the big rivalry. And right now, and this is not subjective, in my opinion, Jordan Love is a much better quarterback than Caleb Williams. He is.
Yeah, I agree.
As we sit here right now. And you don't want to be given free level jumping. You don't want to be given
I thought he did a good job of saying he's doing some good things, and he likes watching. I thought his answer was
that's catering to your implications that they're on the same page.
Cater to me and tell me about Prize Picks.
But that's what it is.
I agree.
You don't like the answer, but that is
okay. I agree with you. I just was trying to move the ball forward.
All right. It's holiday season. It is the best time of the year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, Thursday night games, Friday games. Oh, it's just everywhere. And you can be right there with Prize Picks, the simplest way to play daily fantasy sports. Make your player picks in less than 60 seconds. Choose more or less on at least 2 player stats. You get them right, you cash in. And new this season, they have early payouts. Your lineup gets off to a hot start. Cash out before the game even ends. And with Stacks, you can pick the same player up to 3 times in one lineup. You can get Steph. Well, last night, Giannis, you go less, you're probably in a pretty good spot as he only played a couple minutes. You can do it all. Deposits fast, easy. Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, more. Download that Prize Picks app. Use code WI. You get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good
to be right. We'll see if Tausch is right about another. How did you phrase that? What Jordan was doing for me there with that answer? What was he doing? He just trying to get me off his back, or you used a good phrase there that I liked, but you've forgotten it, and so have I. Catering. Okay. He was catering to me. That was what it was. Right. I asked another question to him about going for it on 4th down and being aggressive. Tausch will once again serve as judge, jury, and executioner on whether or not I was being catered to or whether it's a good answer. We'll hear from Jordan Love again next. It's Wildy and Tausch.
Wildy and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
From Madison to Milwaukee and everywhere in between, Badgers stick together. And on December 19th, your Wisconsin men's basketball team needs you at Pfizer Forum for the Milwaukee Hoops Showdown against Villanova. Tip-off is at 4 p.m. and the Badgers are bringing their best to the big stage. Wear your red, raise your voice, and help turn Pfizer into a true home court advantage. Tickets are available now at PfizerForum.com. That's FISERV Forum.com.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
Welcome to Jackpot Land. This fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month. And earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Wilde & Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Let's have Tausch play the judge again. Here come the judge. I also asked Jordan Love yesterday about Matt LaFleur being more aggressive on fourth down, referenced the look that he gave him when they weren't going to go for it initially in Arizona. Tausch, give this a listen.
Okay.
Jordan, speaking of those fourth downs, Matt had mentioned from the Arizona game, you giving him kind of the look coming to the sideline to go for it. You guys obviously went for it and got it 3 times on Thanksgiving. Are you kind of excited about maybe the idea of being a little more aggressive? Not stupid, but still aggressive?
Yeah, I love it. I think for me, being the quarterback, you love to just know that, the coach has the confidence in the offense to be able to go out there and execute on those big-time conversions that we needed. And for us, it's just a matter of going out there and making him right and converting those things. But, you love the opportunity to be able to go out there and just make him right in that instance. And, I think we've done a great job on third down and fourth down this season, and stuff just we got to keep building on. But you want that that opportunity to be able to go out there and execute and stay on the field in those situations.
That is Jordan Love talking about the Packers' offensive approach. Now, I think one of the things that he points out there that is worth pointing out is that the Green Bay Packers enter Sunday's game number 1 in the league in third down conversion. And I'm not sure we've talked about that a lot. They're almost at 50% conversion rate, 49.33%. They're also fourth in the league in fourth down conversion rate at 70.6. Confidence in the offense to be aggressive. What do you make of his answer there?
I loved it. I think that's exactly what you're looking for. And, coaches want players to want to be going for it. Coaches also have to understand that they're always going to want to go for it, and don't just because the coach comes and tells you, or the player comes and says, well, let's go for it. Well, it's 4th and 8, and we're down 2 scores. Maybe a field goal might suffice, and we saw that with Dan Campbell last week. You don't just automatically say, that's what we're doing. Understand where you're at, and to Matt LaFleur's credit, he has dialed up some good plays, but those good plays, like last week, the Detroit Lions went for it. They dialed up a great play, and their wideout dropped the ball.
Correct.
Or the quarterback threw it bad, depending if you ask Brady or if you ask everybody else. And that is the difference. It's Jordan said it, what I thought was the best part is you have to make him look good. Because what happens when people don't make you look good? Well, you get fired or you stop doing it. So you want to keep pushing the envelope. You got to keep producing. And this offense, I think that is a very unknown. That's maybe an article that maybe somebody should write. Is about how good this 3rd down and 4th down group has been. And why? What's the reason? Because it's not, we've been in 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1s a lot. They've converted 3rd and mediums. They've converted some 3rd and longs. They've converted, obviously 4th down, you want to be 4th and 4 or less. But they've had the stones to go for it, but they've also positioned themselves to be successful. And then that breeds the confidence to keep doing it, a la what Detroit has done. And now I do wonder if you're Detroit, they got a big game tonight. Is that confidence gone? And they're like, maybe we shouldn't go for it all the time because we are like 0 for our last 8. So it's a funny, fickle deal, and the Green Bay Packers are on the right side of the fun of it.
What does Fickle have to do with it? Luke Fickle? I want to get your thoughts on one other thing before we play trivia, which is coming up a little bit later in the hour. But before we can do any of that, I know your thoughts when it comes to Jones Dairy Farm.
Oh. Yes, I love Jones Dairy. It's family-owned and operated for 7 generations in Fort Atkinson since 1889. And you know what? I was a little harsh this morning about having to get to the field house early to watch, to maybe be there for 2 hours before the Badgers play. Maybe be there early. Beautiful Jones Dairy deck in the field house.
Yeah, I saw that.
See Jones Dairy all throughout there. So I probably got to backtrack. When you got the cable guy coming over, you probably don't have a Jones Dairy deck in your house. You should get one because, man, they have great fresh meat. No fillers, nitrates, MSG, gluten. Natural, and great for the holidays. Those sausage rolls, you can upgrade all of your entrees or apps. Got a bunch of new fun appetizers that we use. The great bacon that Jones Dairy has. And, of course, their hams, smoked hams, they add a lot of flavor to your holiday table. Head over to jonesdairyfarm.com to check out where you can find all of their great products throughout grocery stores across the state of Wisconsin.
We'll hear more from Jordan Love next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against the Sixers. Friday night at 6:30 on WMLW.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Oh, yeah. Kick off December with a win
because this week only, delivery's on us at Cousins Subs. From lunch breaks to late night cravings, we've got your subs, sides, and shakes covered. Order online or in the Cousins app, and we'll take care of the delivery fee. It's the easiest decision you'll make all week. Now through December 7th, delivery's on us. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
When Jordan Love took over as the starter for the Green Bay Packers at the beginning of the 2023 NFL season, it began in Chicago with a victory for the Green Bay Packers. For the fifth time in his NFL career Sunday, Jordan Love will start against the Bears, this time at Lambeau Field. Love on the rivalry.
It's a fun rivalry to be a part of. I think for the most part, it just comes down to those NFC North games. Like I said before, you got the two top teams in NFC North going against each other, which I think just feeds into everything a little bit more.
The Bears 9-3, the Packers 8-3-1. The winner Sunday will be in sole possession of first place in the NFC North.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Sendix is making gift-giving easy this holiday. Sendix Home is offering 20% off a different item each day. This week, get 20% off clothing accessories Monday, 20% off home decor on Tuesday. A new deal every day through Sunday, December 7th. Go to Sendix.com to see the daily deals. Find something special for a loved one, or treat yourself. After all, you deserve it. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Oh, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. Two big games, one electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
This is one of my favorite royalty-free songs ever.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
Good one.
I wonder if this AI-generated song is if they do Christmas music too. So are these real people, Jesse?
I don't know.
Okay. Look into that while you're waiting for your pregame show to start.
We'll do some live on the air listening to royalty-free music, and then we can do a vote whether we want it in the rotation or not. That could be part of our expanded pregame coverage of the Badgers volleyball match tonight.
Well, you're saying expanded, Jesse. There's a chance you won't even have
it. Could be abbreviated.
It could be abbreviated. Yeah, that's the fun of it tonight. 6 o'clock, we're getting on the air. We don't know if it's going to be extra long or extra short or just right. Real Goldilocks situation.
The first match is at what, 4:30?
4:30, North Carolina, UTEP. Yeah.
What if they I don't know who's the higher seed there?
UTEP.
UTEP is
favored. Yeah.
What if the Miners boat race North Carolina and it's like 25-6, 25-5, and 25-10?
Yeah, then we can.
Do you start before 6?
We wouldn't start before 6. Jim, Matt, and Molly will go till 6 no matter what.
Okay.
But if the match is going to start at 6:10, we chop. Let's figure it out.
So there's a chance
anything
that
could
we
happen
could
tonight.
segue right from Jim, Matt, and Molly into John Arias on the call and circumvent you completely.
There's a chance that I'm preparing for an hour and 40-minute pregame show, and I will have nothing to do. Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
And there's also a chance I might prepare for an hour, 40 minutes. It might not be enough. That's the fun of the night.
It's fair.
Yeah. Tune in, 6 o'clock. Find out what happens.
We'll see
Table
how
guy.
I have one more thing I'd like you to listen to, if you don't mind.
Is it royalty free?
Yeah, I think we have to credit Packers.com for the video.
Yeah.
So thank you to Packers.com.
Audio courtesy as well, in fairness. Everything's if you had an intern, we wouldn't have to do that, but
Let's see. Here is Jordan Love when I asked him about Dontavion Wicks's emergence on Thanksgiving and what that might mean for this offense.
Bill asked you about Reed, but I'm curious if this is the Wicks you're going to get for the last 5 games, healthy and doing what he did on Thursday. What does that do for your offense?
I think the stuff he did was just cool to see, and I think that's the work he's put in. But I think more than anything for everybody, it's just everybody's got to be ready whenever that ball comes their way to be able to go out there like Wicks did and just capitalize on all those opportunities. I think he's done a great job just staying the course. Where we've talked about it before. We got a lot of receivers that do some really cool things. So obviously it's hard to be able to spread the ball around and get everybody as many touches as they want. But I think for everybody it's the mindset of just staying ready. When you get those ops, go out there and capitalize. And obviously, hopefully Jay Reed gets back. Hopefully, see if MG can get back. But like I said, we just got a lot of guys. So, whenever the ball comes your way, find ways to make those plays and capitalize on it, and you'll get more ops. But it's one of those things where you never know. You never know who's going to have that day. And we talk about Christian doing some really good things. Rome's done some great things all season. So we just got to stay ready and, make those ops when the ball comes your way.
Tausch, I know you were preparing for the show watching Get Up, not to be confused with my pre-show work of doing...
What'd Stephanopoulos think about Matthew Golden?
I appreciate your snark and your support of Good Morning America.
The cast of Avatar, The Way of Water, on this one.
How'd you know
Avatar's
that?
got another new movie.
How'd you know
they got
that?
another Avatar coming out. Oh, we have GMA on in the morning, too.
So you guys are prepping for Meet the Press.
Is it Avatar, The Shape of Water?
No,
is that what it is? Because Tausch is totally in on that.
I got that wrong. It's Avatar Fire and Ash, I think is what they call it, or something like that. The second one was The Way of Water, which is a lot like The Shape of Water. I don't know who goes to see the Avatar movies, but they always are like, it's the biggest draw ever, and I don't know anyone who actually goes to see them.
Great. That is a great observation. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I don't know who that is either. It's not us three.
I definitely don't know anyone that raves about, oh, man, the Avatar movie's coming out. Can't wait. Like, why are we still doing the Avatar movies?
I don't know. Nevertheless, I was not watching GMA this morning. I was doing Weekly Wildy, which you can find on our YouTube channels when Alex Strofe, the host of that program, gets it posted. But you had referenced something that you saw where Hawk, who I assume is Andrew Hawkins, not A.J. Hawk, suggested that Christian Watson has fixed the Packers' offense. And so instead of talking about Wicks, I wanted to jam that in here because I feel like we haven't covered that ground.
Yeah, and I'm assuming we don't have audio of that. And then I think Orlovsky or somebody else chimed in as well. And obviously there's a ton of concern after Tucker got hurt. And
rightfully
then
so.
we saw the residuals with the Eagles game. It was not good. But what Christian Watson has done, he's that vertical threat that is doing some intermediate things. And Jordan Love just talking about opportunities. I thought the one real interesting, they ran a couple of vertical routes last week where Romeo and Christian both were basically one-on-one. And Jordan Love said they wanted to give Christian a shot. Not that he's leaning towards Christian. That's certainly what it sounded like when I heard his quote.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw it up, and it was a hell of a play by C. Watt. Mm-hmm. So that's it's just interesting to kind of see and hear that Christian Watson is a difference maker, even though there's some on this panel that thought he was irrelevant or didn't mean or matter to our offense at all.
Alan Lazard,
and
some might say.
It obviously wasn't me, as I've been touting Christian Watson for a long time.
You have been. It's true.
Who's been more right or wrong? I've been wrong because he's been hurt, but boy, when he's playing, he's pretty good, and he makes a difference.
Been really good this year.
He has, I don't know if I'd say he's fixed the offense, but I'll tell you this, he has given a jolt to this offense, and that is only going to continue. So hopefully MG and JR and insert initials here.
Jay Bird.
DW.
Jay Bird. Yeah, Jay Bird.
Whatever. Get out there, and I really think what we saw last week with Wicks, you're going to see more of that. And even when Reed gets back, he's going to get some opportunities to show. Now you have guys basically saying, if I don't do something when I get it, somebody's right there knocking at the door that needs those reps and is going to get them. And that's not a bad spot to be.
Yep. Time now for trivia. No, I'm just doing it just to be a dink. Matt LaFleur's at the podium, by the way. So for those that don't want to participate in trivia, we'll have Matt LaFleur updates as they become available. But, Jesse, what's today's category, and who do you want to be the caller?
Heavy Packers-Bears conversation this week. We'll do plenty of it tomorrow. NFC North potpourri. Today's trivia category.
Smells good.
Yeah, a little bit about the Bears, a little bit about the
Hints
Lions.
of lavender.
A little bit about the Vikings. Since the Packers have played all these divisional games in a row, NFC North potpourri. Today's trivia
Rose
category.
Petals. Okay. What number is Caleb Williams worth? 13? Am I right about that?
13 or 18?
I think
you might be right. Might be 18. Okay. Sorry. 18. Caller 18. 844-770-3776. Caller 18. 844-770-3776.
Myers wore 34 when he was playing in Jordan's stead. And he had like a goatee.
Like Walter Payton's 34? You still don't know when 34. He played. What's this guy's name?
He took over during the Birmingham Barons era of Michael Jordan. Pete
Myers?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. We'll get some further information on Peter, middle name Eddie Myers, who went by the nickname Skeeter Hawk, according to Basketball Reference, after we play trivia with caller 18, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. We'll play next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. While the Bears finally know how it feels to win a couple of games, they're going to have to get through Big Brother to go any further.
Love loads up, going deep. Christian Watson down there. He's got it! Touchdown, Packers!
It's the Bears and the Packers at Lambeau Field. Get ready for the big game with Green Bay Game Day at noon and Green Bay Game Night after the game on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Winneconne Wolves quarterback and three-star Iowa commit Brody Schaefer. Schaefer was nothing short of heroic in the Division V state championship, powering Winneconne to a 28-22 comeback win over Little Chute, capping a perfect 14-0 season. Down 9 late, Schaefer ignited the rally with an interception early in the fourth quarter, then led the Wolves on back-to-back scoring drives. He finished the night completing 11 of 16 passes for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns, while rushing for 123 yards and another score. Brody's play fueled a balanced Wolves offense and set up the game winner, an 8-yard touchdown run by Mason Matthew with just a minute and 20 seconds left. Winneconne claimed just the second state title in school history. Congratulations to Brody Schaefer, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 7 to 16 ounce selected varieties Barilla pasta, 2 for $3. 15 to 16 ounce selected varieties Bush's variety beans, 4 for $5. 1 pound selected varieties Land O'Lakes butter, $4.99. 12 to 40 count selected varieties Hefty One storage or freezer bags, $3.99.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Try this. Win free groceries from Century Foods. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Love this tune. One of my favorites. One of my other favorite things is trivia. Presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's welcome in our contestants. It is Josh and Heartland. What a treat that is.
Wow.
Hi guys.
Hi, Josh.
Long-time caller, first time listener.
Good one.
Good to get in today.
It's good to have
you. You know, I heard I didn't make the Wilde and Tausch Hall of Fame, but I heard about the trivia championship from that you were talking about yesterday. So I was going to try to get into one of the play-in games in your bracket.
Yes.
So that's what I'm calling in today. So.
It'll be in Dayton in March. So
okay.
Don't know what your March
Dayton geography is the category for the play-in.
I was hoping for West Virginia, like in the Greenbrier area.
Let's go.
So
that's even a better idea. Yes, that'd be fantastic.
You know, for a guy who doesn't really listen to the show, you sure know a lot about it. All right, question one. Question one, Josh. We could reminisce all day, but we've got some breaking Bucks news to get to. It is not Giannis being traded.
In fairness, his references were either to yesterday or a year ago, so there's a lot of room in between there.
He's kind of all over the map. All right, here is your potpourri question one, Joshy. What is the name of the Minnesota Vikings rookie backup quarterback who started last week against the Seahawks and is also likely to start this Sunday against the Commanders? I don't think that's right.
Max Brosmer.
That's false.
Max Brosmer.
Brosmer's right. That's the right answer, but he's not. McCarthy is. Josh, is it shocking to you that Jesse butchered a trivia question to you?
No. In fact, even before, he was like, he didn't even get my information on the call. He was like, you're not going to win. I'm not going to pull your name tomorrow. So let's just expedite the process.
He's still got another month's worth of Kringle coming his way. He's still ineligible. That's how we got rid of him for a year.
He's still ineligible.
Oh, man. All right, next.
Question 2. What is the name of the UFL team current Detroit Lions kicker Jake Bates played for when he kicked a league record 64-yard field goal in 2024? Packers worked him out, by the way, and did not sign him after working him out before that 2024 season. Did he play for the Grand Rapids Griffins, the Kalamazoo Growlers, or the Michigan Panthers?
Hold on a second here. Jake Bates, UFL.
Josh.
I'm just going to go with...
Now you're really not going to win.
Did you hang up on him?
I should.
No, I'm right here.
Well, we need your
hung
answer.
up on himself when he was Googling the answer while he's on.
Well, you don't know that was what he was doing. He was just talking out loud. He was prompting himself.
Yes, the Michigan Panthers is correct. You are 2 for 2.
It's another chip for everyone else.
Question 3. I'll tell you what. Josh and Heartland's a funny guy now. Clowns are funny, and so is Josh. We should have kept him on retainer for free. Much like we should have kept 565 analytics.
That was a tough firing.
Our leadership questionable on those decisions.
Correct.
Question 3, Josh, is this, and a chance for a clean sweep, even though having 4 entries will not be enough for you to win the drawing for the Iron Jock and Cousins prize pack.
If you get 100 entries, he won't win.
I don't think you should be bragging about the fact that you are... What happened there? That you are not following the rules that you write. I think that is a bad way to go. It's a bad look for you, Jesse, kind of like my camera angle flipping randomly for no reason whatsoever. Question 3, Josh, is this. The Chicago Bears last appeared in the NFL playoffs in 2020, but their last win in the playoffs came all the way back in 2010 when they defeated which opponent at Soldier Field?
Oh.
No Googling. Did they beat the New Orleans Saints, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Kalamazoo Growlers, or the Seattle Seahawks?
So the Packers beat the Eagles in the first round of the playoffs that year.
Correct.
And it's not Kalamazoo. I'm going to go with the Saints.
And Jesse Nelson rejoices.
So they didn't get him as a wild card.
That's a shame. That is the Seattle Seahawks is the correct answer. I feel bad for you. Jesse does not. Josh, it was a good run. I don't know if it's good
enough. I'm going to do something. I got a question for Josh before we let him go.
Okay.
So...
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I am not going to pick the number for Iron Jock today. We're going to be giving out another great lightweight hoodie that Josh would be eligible if he called in at the right number.
Yeah.
The record is 140. Jesse thinks that's way too high. I am going to let Josh pick the number for whenever we do it later.
What
Josh,
an honor.
what number would you like Jesse to have to answer that call to win one of these great lightweight Iron Jock hoodies?
Well, let's see. The year is 25.
Yep.
So we won't go 2025. Let's just go 225.
Okay. That seems reasonable.
That would be a new league record.
That would blow through.
There's no way that Riley could do that, and I don't think Jesse can either.
Not in one commercial break. I won't be able to.
Well, the good news is we'll talk to. Here's what we'll do.
That's a lot.
Great job getting your revenge on your arch nemesis there, by the way, Josh. All right, first of all, a little housekeeping. You got 2 out of 3 right. That means you got 3 meaningless out of 4 entries into Friday's drawing for the Iron Jock and Cousins prizes. Thanks for playing. We appreciate you. Bye, Josh.
Bye. Love you guys.
Second.
Bye. Love you guys.
Love you, Josh.
Second.
Love Josh, too.
We've got Justin Garcia coming up at 11:15-ish. To give us a better understanding of the Giannis situation. We've got some breaking news from Shams about the status of said superstar, Bucks for now, player, Giannis. So what we're going to do, that's the end of the 10 o'clock hour. We will get to the 11 o'clock hour. We'll talk a little bit about the situation with Giannis's injury. It is not an Achilles injury. We will get to that and the timeline that ESPN is reporting. Jesse can start taking the calls at the end of that segment when Tausch tells us about Iron Jock then, and then he can continue to do so after he gets Justin Garcia on the air. Because it's going to take him that long.
Now, see, this is the thing that we had with the Badgers radio analyst the other day. We can't start taking the calls before I call Justin. Otherwise, it lights up, and I can't
Kind of why I
get
think
to
we should
Justin.
start taking calls now.
No, I have to do a Sports Center update now.
Yeah, it's a tricky. This is a real conundrum that we're in.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, real conundrum.
Jesse, maybe we do it at the end of the show. Up against it.
No, we're definitely not doing that. So, the 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins with some news on Giannis's timeline for return with the Atlanta Hawks from his current injury. We'll hear what it is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against the Sixers, Friday night at 6:30 on WMLW.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
It's the holiday season, a special time to celebrate with family, friends, and coworkers. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Let us help you with your holiday celebration. Whether you're having a small family gathering, a bigger bash with friends and relatives, or a company party, we've got everything you need at the lowest prices in town. Discount Liquor is your one-stop gift shop with over 100 varieties of liquor, beer, and wine gift sets for everyone on your list. Visit us today at 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com. And from our family to yours, have a happy and safe holiday season.
Discount liquor.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wildy and Tausch, which will include our Iron Jock contests, for which you will want to be caller 225.
What?
Did you do that? Because now you
record.
have. Does this allow you to have plausible deniability when Ashton
I got no
Rotman?
blood on my hands. No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
No
I had
blood on
nothing to
my
do with
hands. You asked for Josh
Yeah, I
and
didn't think
Heartland
he
to
was-
give the number.
I didn't think Josh was going to go that far over the record. No.
You definitely thought he would go over 100.
I didn't think he'd go over 140. I didn't think he'd want Jesse to set the record. So I was wrong about that.
Okay.
Sounds
Well,
like Josh wants Jesse to push himself behind. He doesn't want to be comfortable. And I think Jesse, that's one thing I know he's looking to really improve and strive. He wants to push himself more and get into more uncomfortable
He's all in. Yeah.
Yes. So that's fantastic.
So we'll get to the Iron Jock contest coming up.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out. But first, the news from Shams Charania. Giannis is expected to be sidelined for 2 to 4 weeks with a right calf strain. Right calf strain. I listened to Doc last night on the postgame show with Justin Garcia while he was answering reporters' questions. Not only did he rule out the Achilles, but he argued that it was not a non-contact injury. It was kind of thrown off balance, and that was what he felt like led to the injury. We'll talk to Justin Garcia, our Bucks buddy, coming up about that. But I'm always leery of the calf strain because the calf's connected to the Achilles, and the Achilles pops, and we saw that happen all too often to multiple players in the NBA playoffs. Is this good news, bad news, or no news when it comes to Giannis's future with the team? Certainly his immediate future with the team is problematic with the injury.
Obviously, it's good news that it's not the Achilles and it's something that's going to be 12 months or longer, because I think you can get resolution as far as where this is now that Giannis isn't going to be playing. The big date is December 15th, as Brian Windhorst said, which is 2 weeks away. So whether or not Giannis will be able to start doing some on-court stuff by then, because I think the rule is, and JG will be able to tell you a lot more, I'm not into the weeds on this, but I think it's you have to – that's when someone that signed a contract a year ago can then be traded. And obviously if you're going to trade Giannis, you're going to want a lot of players at your disposal. So that's where that 12-15 comes in, which is, 11 days away. Mm-hmm. So you'll have a better idea of where his healing's at, and the fact that he doesn't have a seasoning-end injury is huge. And I'll be curious what Justin has to say about the inner workings, because I think the fact that Shams could put a name on it and not just say a source or whatever else, I think is a big deal. And just because Doc said that Giannis hasn't talked about that, that doesn't mean there isn't conversations going on. So it's a tough time as a Bucks fan. There's no doubt about it, and I don't think it's going to get a lot better.
It is good news for him, and I think that is important. We will get to Justin Garcia coming up next after Tausch tells us about the four-way stretch of Iron Jock.
Oh,
and we
baby.
get ready for caller 225.
If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, or you just want to upgrade your own gear, you need to check out the holiday sales going on right now at Iron Jock. Well, I'm a believer in their performance apparel. It's tough. It's comfortable. It's got that four-way stretch for the bigger folks. It's got the exclusive silver ion technology that fights odor. And we appreciate that during the holiday season. I know that. Right now you'll find great deals across the entire lineup. Hoodies, tees, shorts, and more. Don't wait. Stock up for the holidays and save big at ironjock.com. That's ironjock.com. Gear that works hard, that works as hard as you do. And right now, you get a chance to win an Iron Jock tumbler. Wow. An Iron Jock tumbler. Caller number, I forgot what it, I can't imagine.
225. 225.
I thought he said 25. 225. Caller 225 to win an Iron Jock tumbler. Caller 225. Again, that number, 844-770-3776. 844-770. Although the phones are already ringing, so I don't even know if I needed to give the number.
There's no blood on his hands. No blood on his hands.
We're up to 13 already.
844-770-3776. Iron Jock tumbler. You get it done. Caller 225. That is fun. Get to it.
Justin Garcia joins us at some point after caller 225 is answered. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
It's a sound you've heard in movies and music for generations. The unmistakable click of a Zippo lighter. Built to last, designed to be noticed. But Zippo is more than a lighter. It's a lifestyle. From sleek new finishes to hand warmers, candles, and accessories, Zippo brings that same legendary quality to everything they make. And now, you don't have to go far to find it. Discover Zippo lighters and more, available now at Sweet Fire Tobacco and Tundra Smoke Shops. Check us out in-store or online at Zippo.com.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf and Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf and Associates.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Milwaukee Bucks, green and growing, better each year. Green and growing, the Bucks don't stop here.
Jesse?
You gotta turn your mic on, big dog.
It was on the whole time. Hey, sweet hats.
45 more to go.
Okay, there you go. 45 more calls for Jesse to get our winner of our Iron Jock tumbler. We're big winners. I don't know about that hat. Joining us now from
I like
his...
that hat. It's a good-looking hat.
Is that generic with that rope across the top? Who am I to be insulting our Bucks buddy's fashion as he joins us now from his shoe room at his palatial estate? It is Justin Garcia on Wilde and Tausch. Justin, good morning. How are you?
Oh, this is great.
Jesse, there's probably
So
a button
you can
need
hear
to
him
push so we
too,
can hear
Jason,
him.
right? You can hear Justin just
No,
like
I
you can
can't.
hear yourself?
I don't. This might not have been the best thing to do. Would be have caller 225. That's just me.
I still have 20 more to go, and people are calling, and now I still need to figure out what's going on with Justin. So thanks for that, everyone. That was
Let
good.
them wait. Let them wait. This is a Josh in Heartland and Mark in Sun Prairie production here that caused this situation. Can we hear Justin now?
Nope. So now I need to call him because we don't want to troubleshoot this on the air, and now I can't call him because we're still taking all the phone calls.
Okay.
Let's take a break and
yes.
finish the calls and bring JG back. This isn't hard. I'm going to crack open a Coors Light. Whether you're tailgating pregame, waiting for Justin to be able to talk, finishing that great Iron Jock contest up, or you're just celebrating a big battle with the Chicago Bears this weekend, make it a Coors Light in your hand. You ain't going to have to worry about it being chilled to perfection because it's going to be cold. Those bottles will be blue. The mountains will be blue on those bottles and cans. It will be chilled to even more than perfection. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We will have our Iron Jock winner.
Probably.
And we will have Justin Garcia in some form or fashion. You'll either be able to watch him on YouTube or just hear him on the telephone. One of the two will occur next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Watch the Bucks for free with select games on broadcast TV all season long. WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against Joel Embiid and the Sixers. Friday night at 6:30 on WMLW.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game
winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. Their board-certified orthopedic care specialists use the least invasive methods, starting with non-surgical options. If surgery is needed, they provide minimally invasive procedures. The OAW Spine Specialists focus on getting you back to an active lifestyle faster. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Nothing pairs better with Bucks basketball than hoops, friends, and the superior taste of Michelob Ultra. Join me, Josh DiMaggio, and the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team Saturday night at Club Paragon in Greenfield as we watch the Bucks take on Detroit. Tip-off at 6:30. We'll have prizes, ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and your chance to win a pair of Ultra Club Bucks Suite tickets for the December 31st home game. Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Milwaukee Bucks. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at Deer Camp Milwaukee, Bullwinkle's Brookfield, and 3rd Street Market Hall, Milwaukee.
This holiday season, celebrate where Milwaukee comes together. 3rd Street Market Hall. Whether you're planning a private party, a semi-private gathering, or a festive social night out, we've got the space, the flavor, and the fun to make it unforgettable. With incredible local food vendors, craft cocktails, and built-in entertainment like shuffleboard, games, and more, your group will have a holiday party they'll talk about all year long. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for more information on booking your event.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Congratulations to Mike the Wedding DJ, who emerges with the Iron Jock prize as caller 225. I think I can safely say that is a record, much like Cal Ripken's, that will never be broken.
I can assure you, if Riley subs before the Iron Jock contest ends, that'll be broken.
I'm a little concerned that management might not be pleased with us.
We've learned nothing.
What didn't we learn?
Exactly.
Great comeback. Joining us again now, still wearing his Green Bay hat. He is our Bucks buddy. He is Justin Garcia. Justin, hello.
Apologies to Jesse. This was entirely on my end.
Uh-oh.
What? Wow. Saboteur.
Everybody gets one, you know?
Saboteur. All right. Hey, you're the voice of reason. You're the calm in the storm. You've talked us off the ledge many times over the years. Have we finally reached the point where not even the great JG can completely talk us off this ledge when the agent is attaching his name to reports and things are burning up like that little dog in his kitchen with the "this is fine" meme.
So you guys did not have me on to discuss an 18-point comeback against the Pistons.
We'll get to that. I watched it.
Okay.
I listened to you on the post-game show, but no, not first.
I mean, look, what I would say is you can't bury your head in the sand. And I've seen a lot of Bucks fans that have lashed out at the national media, and two names specifically. There is a lot of smoke billowing out here that when you get to that level in that network, you don't fabricate things. This could very easily be pushed back on if this was made up along the way. We haven't seen any of that. And I go back to when Giannis met with the media in training camp and what he said or did not say in that conversation that everybody took as, see, it's all made up by the media. I said this many times. I want to be in a situation that I can win. I believe in this team. I believe in my teammates. I'm here to lead this team to wherever we can go. It's definitely going to be hard. We're going to take it day by day, but I'm here. So all the extra stuff doesn't matter. And then the most interesting part is, I wear the jersey. I'm locked in when I step foot here. Now in 6-7 months, if I change my mind, I think that's human too. That's what he said at the end of training camp. It hasn't been 6 months, but that to me leaves the door open. So to hear everything that's come out, I don't take this as this is just the media running with sensationalism reporting and this is clearly fake. I mean, even the stuff that Doc said yesterday, and he was very, very adamant and combative in his pregame press conference, and you could see the look on his face too. He was worn down and tired by it and tired of having the conversation. But, like Tausch specifically, what is a coach supposed to say in that spot? Like you are in danger of having this hang over the locker room, and it's going to hang over the locker room for however long until this resolves itself. But what is Doc Rivers supposed to say in that setting? Is he supposed to come out and say, yeah, you know what? We don't know. Like, I think there's some truth to this. We might actually trade him. Like, no, you have to put on the brave face and just say, guys, don't worry about it. It's out of your control. We are focused on what happens on the court. We have not had these discussions. Let's move on. So that's how I take all of not only yesterday, but what we've seen not only this past offseason, the past few off seasons here.
No, I totally agree with you. I don't have any problem with Doc doing that. That doesn't mean I believe everything Doc said. Because Giannis, see, here's the thing. He said Giannis hasn't said anything. Doesn't mean his representation hasn't went up and said something. And so there is smoke, there is fire. And I think the thing from Bucks fan standpoint, we're worn out because there is the vibe that the national media has been pushing for 4 or 5 years to get Giannis out of Milwaukee. And Giannis, to his credit, has fended off, and it hasn't happened, and it's been a lot of BS. This doesn't feel BS-y to me. This feels like it just feels different. Is that accurate, JG?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of things, too. It's the state of the conference. It's the state of your current team. And, if you're Giannis, you look at the group and the era of Bucks basketball that you established as a perennial title contender and won a championship in 2021. Guys have fallen by the wayside. Injuries, age, a big piece of that. But Drew Holiday's gone. Damian Lillard for 2 years, and that it was a failed experiment. That's gone. Chris Middleton is gone. Brooke Lopez is gone. Like all of these guys that you went to war with and that you built this culture with. Bobby Portis and Thanasis are the only holdovers here. And Bobby's the only one that's been here continuously. That you see how much the league has changed. You see there's new teammates. It's like any other one of us that step into a job where all of a sudden all your coworkers are leaving. And there's this new company that's hiring people and they're going to be paying more too. Like, maybe I should check out what that's like. Like, that's kind of what we're looking at here. And it's not to say that Giannis has already decided I'm done, I'm moving on, and I want to be traded. But I think there is very clearly, he himself said there is temptations and flirtations that everybody analyzes and looks at and considers every single offseason as soon as the season comes to an end. But then once the season starts and you're in your place, then you commit to that. So I do genuinely take him at his word when he says things like that. But I think we also have to recognize that, that era of Bucks basketball has ended, that you are now trying to move into a new era, and you're trying to figure out, how do we fit this around Giannis? And is there a way we can do a soft retool, getting younger and changing those pieces around him? I still think they put together a good plan, but this ultimately, the bigger story in all of this, if this does ultimately end here where we were to see Giannis playing for a different team, injuries, like that's the word that is going to right all of this. And Giannis isn't immune to that either. As we saw 2 of those failed playoff runs, early exits. Giannis went down with injury in that. Right now, yes. Giannis is dealing with injury at a very, very crucial time in the season. The Chris Middleton injury in the playoffs and how much that really changed things for the trajectory of this team. Dame going down. Like, injuries happen. Every team deals with them, especially when you look at the playoffs a season ago. But it really does feel like, I don't know if we made a deal with a higher power or something here to win that title in 2021, but it doesn't feel like anything has gone our way since then. If something can go wrong, it has, and it has been dire.
Well said by our Bucks buddy, Justin Garcia. All right, so Tausch had a question earlier. I don't want to mischaracterize it. Tausch, you said you either trade Giannis and get a haul for him, or you get him for the next 2 years and then he leaves when he can opt out. Was that the premise of your statement?
In essence, yeah. I was asking what Bucks fans would want. Take the haul now, you get a monster haul, or you get another year and a half with Giannis. And JJ, I'm not even going to put you in this spot. I know, I get it. But the Bucks ain't winning a championship with this roster. Healthy Giannis or not, they're not. Unless you think I'm crazy. So you get the 2 years, you have another 2 years with Giannis, which would be great. You get great moments. But there is going to be life after Giannis, and if you end up just letting him go, and I know there'd be sign and trades and all those things, but not the haul that you could potentially get if you do move him now. That's really what this comes down to, doesn't it, JG?
Yeah, and I mean, sign and trades become even more complicated with every passing year in the CBA because of what it does to the team that acquires a player. It hard caps you, not to bore everyone, but there's a first apron, a second apron. You're hard capped when you acquire a player in a sign and trade, and if that player is Giannis, that's going to be earning more than $60 million. That puts you really, really up against that cap figure that you're capped at, having to round out the rest of your roster, especially if there's other $30 to $40 million players on that team. So I don't really see that as a viable scenario. I think the interesting thing too is I think ordinarily if you removed Giannis from this scenario and just said team construction, how would you build this team? How would you pivot and move forward? Anybody would say, you got to get assets. If you know somebody is going to be leaving, you don't just let them walk out the door and get nothing in return. So there's that. And I mean, what Giannis or any player, to be clear in that scenario, would want as well, because of the cap figures here, in that the Bucks, part of this CBA, your team can pay you more than any other team. So if you leave in free agency, you are leaving money on the table, significant dollar figures that you are leaving on the table. Sure, you can make it up in endorsements and other things, but what have we seen from Giannis to suggest, you know what, I'm cool with just punting some money here with my upbringing and how much I want to build that nest egg for my family and everybody else afterwards. So I don't really see any superstar doing that in the future here, that I think everything is going to be this is where I would like to go. If you can't get me there, here's another list, kind of like what we've seen with Dame and a handful of other players. I would like to go to Miami. That's my number one destination. We can't get you there. Is Milwaukee good enough? Okay, fine. Let's give that a try. Like, I think that is the new free agency in this league.
So, JG, here's the problem I have with that, because I think Tausch is exactly right. I don't disagree with him. I did say that how often, and you know NBA history better than anyone, so let me ask you this. How often does an organization, we just had Waddle on and we were making jokes about the post-Jordan era and the greatness of Pete Myers, who played 377 career games in the National Basketball Association, in case you were wondering. How often do you trade away a transcendent player and then you're still good? Or you become good again in a reasonable amount of time, right? I don't know. How long did it take the Bucks after they traded Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? What other, I don't even know what examples there would be, because usually when you have players in history of this greatness, they just end up spending their entire career. Larry Bird didn't get traded. Magic didn't get traded. Jordan didn't get traded. So
LeBron didn't get traded.
Right. I mean, he decided to go he took his talents to a variety of places. But does that not concern you? Because I don't know how many examples there are of trading away a great player and then finding
Oklahoma
success
City
shortly
traded
thereafter.
Paul George away, and that's worked out pretty well for them.
Yeah, but I mean, Paul George is a good player. The player they got in exchange for Paul George is bordering on a transcendent player.
Yeah, it's a good trade. If we're going to trade, JG, that's what I'm looking for. Something like Oklahoma
Well,
City.
yes, I would love to get Shea Gilgeous-Alexander entering his prime as well.
Just say what I want. I mean, that's all. Not say we're going to get it.
Great insight.
Here's the
Thank you.
complicated dance too, is that, and I tried to make this point last night. I mean, obviously I am biased. I don't want to see Giannis leave because of what it means for the team that I am a part of, what it means for me financially, and things that I do here as well. I know fans could not care less about this. And quite frankly, does it impact you as much? No. But it isn't just a basketball decision. And I think that's a big part of why the Bucks have no appetite to trade Giannis. It is going to take Giannis saying, it's not happening here anymore. Like, it's time for us to explore some other avenues, which may or may not have already happened. They don't have the appetite for it because, number one, he's really good, as we just outlined. But, you know, we are all old enough to remember, and I get the league is in a much different place now where teams in smaller markets can compete. But we remember what it was like prior to Giannis. You had the 80s where the Bucks were really good and probably the best team to never play for a championship for a decade. But then after that, it was really lean. Through the 90s, you had that blip on the radar, the 2001 season, and then a lot of disappointment afterwards and mediocrity. You were basketball Siberia. Nobody is racing to sign up for that again, number one. But the economic impact that he brings to your organization and to your community is another thing, where you think about international sales in dollars that are coming in and TV rights and what you get there with your local TV contracts, jersey sales, tourism, all of it that's built up outside of the arena. He's not entirely responsible for it, but if anyone is majorly responsible for it, it is him. So this is very much a business decision, too, to say, look, we're not in a rush to all of a sudden go into the unknown and say we're going to sell people on that. And look, we're getting younger. We're getting more talent. We think we can be competitive, but we no longer have the best player in the conference and arguably the best player in the league. And that's going to zap a lot of interest in your product.
Yeah, but if he doesn't want to be here, that's what this comes down to, right? Like, the Bucks aren't going to do anything.
That's ultimately what it comes down to, is he will decide.
Yeah.
Well, so wait a minute now. So then that is exactly the question I wanted to ask. So thank you for setting me up. How on earth do you give him what he wants if he gets to that point, which he may or may not be at now, whatever the case is? How do you make that happen for him if that's what he wants, and do right by your organization and not give him away for pennies on the dollar in terms of trade value? Because, hey, it's great he wants to go to the Knicks. You outlined for me, so I wouldn't sound like an idiot yesterday, the Knicks scenario, what they've got with Karl Anthony Towns and their first-round pick situations. Like,
No,
you
thanks.
want a ton of
No,
first-round
thank
picks.
Yeah, I mean, that's
they don't have him. So if he wants to be a Knick, good for you. But how do you feel about going somewhere else? Kind of like you mentioned with Dame. How do the Bucks give him what he wants, if that's what it comes to, and do right by the organization, which is just as, if not more, important?
Yeah, I mean, that would be it. Is basically the Damian Lillard situation where. What else do you like? Let's expand the list a little more to maybe 5 teams, and who are you looking at there? Because since the Knicks have come up quite a bit, and to be clear, that's been there for a while, right? I mean, everybody is. It's not, again. What gets tiresome for me is this is not a forced narrative from Adam Silver in the league to let's get Giannis to a big market, and even some of the things that we've seen statistically this year of the league is just in for the Bucks and they want him out. Like, no, these numbers in where they are losing games are pretty simple to understand. They are losing the possession battle. And the reason they're doing that is not because the officials have it in for the Bucks and they're not calling fouls for them and they're calling fouls against them. They are a small team. They are a perimeter-based team that shoots threes. Giannis is your only guy that can consistently get to the free throw line and generate those looks. It also happens he is not a good free throw shooter. So the guy that's getting there at a high volume is shooting less than 70%. You are typically going to lose a lot of the free throw battles when that's the case. But if you're just going to rely on drive and kick, catch and shoot threes, you're not initiating contact. You're not getting into the space where you have to be the aggressor and make the official blow the whistle. Giannis will do that. You don't have other guys on the roster that are consistently going to do that. So you're not going to generate looks, and they're undersized. So you have 6'4" guys defending on the perimeter where other teams are doing that to you. Doc Rivers himself has said, we are committing fouls. So, this isn't a conspiracy. It's the way that the roster is built here. But how it works is, the Knicks, for example, and what I was starting to say is that did come out over the summer, that there was this conversation that took place, and I believe it was Ian Begley who was the first to report it on Zach Lowe's show, and nobody seemed to pay attention because it was just, well, this is the media trying to get Giannis out of Milwaukee, and this is fake. But this has been out there since August or September. The Knicks don't have the assets to do it. And, if you're the Knicks, you probably look back and say, man, we probably should have waited on really jumping the gun for Mikal Bridges and or Karl Anthony Towns, because we'd have more to work with right now. But what they currently have is their own first-round pick this summer, which is going to be bad, right? The Knicks are at least going to be a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, so that's going to be a mid to late 20s first-round pick. If you're the Bucks, that's a non-starter. We've had enough of those over the years. Not to say you can't find talent there. It's not the type of talent that we're looking for. The Knicks potentially have the Wizards' first-round pick this year, so that's the only way they could trade their first-round pick, is if they get the Wizards' pick. And the only way they get that is if the Wizards finish outside of the top 8, which at this point is incredibly unlikely for that to
The Bucks tried to help them.
Right. Their 2027
that's
pick
why we lost that game.
is gone. Their 2029 pick is gone. Their 2031 pick is gone. They can't trade their 2028 pick because of the other picks sandwiched around it and the thing they call the Stepien rule. Plus, it's pick swap to Brooklyn anyway. So you got to get very creative of you give us this and we'll give you that with draft capital. And the Bucks don't have that to do. So the only avenue for the Knicks to become a player here would be for them to look at selling off parts that the Bucks are, quite frankly, if you're trading Giannis, you're looking into let's get younger assets and let's build for the future. Karl Anthony Towns doesn't help you there. OG Anunoby at this point doesn't help you there. Mikal Bridges doesn't help you. So the Knicks' only avenue is we got to look into trading those players, getting assets, sending them to the Bucks, or making this a 3-team deal where the Bucks get assets, we get the guy we want, and we send these guys to a 3rd team here. But with those types of contracts, and again, the Knicks are a first apron team, so they can't take back more money than they're sending out. It's not impossible. It's incredibly difficult to do those things in the middle of the season. So any deal like that is always going to be an off-season move.
All right, JG, last thing so we can let you go. that was a remarkable win last night. Ryan Rollins, Derry Bird, which is catchy. I'm curious what it was like for you as you watched it unfold with this cloud of, oh, by the way, not only was there a whole national and local narrative about Giannis's future, but then he departs 6 minutes into the game with a right calf strain that will reportedly sideline him for 2 to 4 weeks. What a surreal day and night that must have been for you.
Well, and so, yes, it was very strange. There was just this feeling in the air, and it was funny. I saw so many different TV anchors and other members of the media showing up to the arena yesterday for some reason. Like, oh, is this the playoffs? I haven't seen you in a while. But, yeah, there was a weird feeling in there, and everybody could sense it. It was palpable. In talking with other members of the media, you just felt like, I feel like I've felt this before. I don't really want to say when I felt it and can't quite put my finger on it. And then to see him go down in shades of a couple of things. Number one, his soleus strain from 2 years ago, because it was basically the exact same spot on the floor where it happened. And then just his initial reaction and immediately going down, not getting up and kind of grinning as if he acknowledged, like, I know this isn't good. Reminded you of Damian Lillard in a similar spot on the floor last year. So it started as low as you could get with all the chatter that was going on outside of the building, the start to the game, and to fall down by 18 points. But then to see this young group, and again, I still think this team has good players, and I get the conceptualized version of this roster and how it fits. But ultimately, we're just seeing injuries are another factor. And just like last year, you dug yourself a hole where you go back to that 2-8 start. If you played 6-4, which is the rate the Bucks played at for the rest of the year, they're a 3 seed last year instead of the 6 seed. This year, I felt like even with Giannis healthy, after that start, they went 5-12 after that start of 4-1. They have not had a stretch like that since the 2014 season when they won 15 total games. Ugh. It just felt like, man, this is something you're going to look back on and say, if it weren't for that, we wouldn't be a play-in tournament team. And now, obviously, the Giannis injury changes all of it even more. It's going to mean he's ineligible for any individual honors this year for the first time in his career, because he's going to miss the 17 games that it's going to require. But, the last thing on it is, even if there is nothing comes of the trade chat or anything else, and there's no resolution, there's one silver lining of sorts, and I even hesitate to say that because you don't want to tell players this is the case. They want to compete. But the Bucks do have a first-round pick this summer. It's pick swapped with the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't know if you guys have noticed, the Pelicans are extremely bad, and they just announced Zion Williamson is going to be out for 3 weeks as well. So as long as you're kind of tied to where New Orleans is, you're going to get a really good first-round pick, that it's not like you don't have an asset. And honestly, this is an extremely hyped and valued first round this upcoming year with a lot of talent.
Gap year.
We scoffed at the notion this is not the way you envisioned it, but that also may be the shot in the arm of talent that you need.
If you get the right player. JG, you're the best. We appreciate you. Thanks so much.
See you guys.
That is the great Justin Garcia. You can hear him on the Bucks radio network.
So we're tanking to get that pick to bring Giannis back again next year. That's
that's kind of what it sounded like to me.
That's option C? Is that option C?
Count me in. We'll wrap things up next.
Golden Age.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. While the Bears finally know how it feels to win a couple of games, they're going to have to get through Big Brother to go any further.
Love loads up, going deep. Christian Watson down there. He's got it! Touchdown, Packers!
It's the Bears and the Packers at Lambeau Field. Get ready for the big game with Green Bay Game Day at noon and Green Bay Game Night after the game on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoops Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, one electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list and get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin. Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and it's championship weekend. Did you miss last weekend's football? 9-4 against the spread. Everybody goes deeper into profit. Add the props, soccer, and more, and make more money this holiday season. This week, only $49 get you championship football weekend. You get 4 plays on Saturday, 4 on Sunday, and 9 players props. Only $49. Go to FatJackSports.com and win this weekend for as little as $49 to make money at FatJackSports.com.
Are you sick and tired of sad, skimpy, frozen pizzas that lack toppings and flavor? Problem solved. Screamin' Sicilian brings the party to pizza with mountains of whole milk mozzarella, premium meats, and veggies stacked to the sky. No tweaks necessary. Just tons of toppings and amazing flavor. Just bake it, bite it, and let it rip. Mamma mia! Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian. Toppings piled high, screaming loud, always delicious.
You're listening to Wilde & Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
All right, it's already too late. We've run over. Thanks to Tom Waddle. Thanks to Justin Garcia. Thanks to you for coming along for the ride with us today. Tomorrow, Iron Jock contest, caller 250 if we can get Riley Yauk to fill in for Jesse. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde & Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Hey, everybody.
Can't get enough of the Rich Eisen Show? You're in luck.
You can find us everywhere. Watch us weekdays on Disney Plus from noon to 3 Eastern. Miss the show? We've got a podcast so you can listen anytime. But here's the best part. Our YouTube channel. Subscribe at youtube.com/Rich Eisen Show and you'll never miss a moment. Now, on with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
get ready. Check this out.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Chris Paul, is this the worst?